today. This time of the year, people tend to take stock of what has happened. I know we still have December to go. It's good to take stock. What are your goals for 2024? Have you achieved all of them? Nipa, I see you. Thanks for joining. Sometimes you feel like, oh my God, I've got this long list and it's like I could only take one or two off. But that is still an achievement. Don't look down on yourself. It is still an achievement. I was on a live yesterday and somebody was saying all the list they had, nothing was accomplished. And we wanted her to come up so we could ask one or two questions. Perhaps, the goals you've set for yourself and nothing that is relevant to you. There's so many aspects of it we're going to look at today, and hopefully you can do better when the new year comes. And it's not even too late to do something now. You still have a whole December to accomplish something at least. But that list you have you checked it recently? Are there things, that really concerns you? Are there things that are relevant to your life? Viewer 9564, I see you. Thanks for joining. A13, how are you? I hope you're good. So sometimes we might need to just review our goals. I know the weather is cold. You can hear from my voice even. I'll try today. Thank you so much for the heart me. Excuse me. Let me just drink water. Yeah. The weather is cold. That's why I had to go and dig out all the sweaters. So just to keep warm. Well, it's warm, but yeah, I'm indoors anyways. So talking about our goals, that is the topic for today. Okay, you are good. I hope it's not cold where you are. Please, if it's sunny where you are, just type where you are and how sunny it is. A child was asking me the other day, oh, I think it's going to snow next week. I'm like, I don't want no snow. Danga K, I see you. Thanks for joining. I don't want no snow. It's cold enough as it is already. Why would I want snow? I always say on Christmas Day, let it snow. By the time I go to sleep and wake up, Boxing Day, let it all be gone. But it's a wishful thinking. Would that ever happen? I don't know. Fingers crossed. Oh, thank you so much for liking the live. So, I don't know what's happening with the computer today. So, I don't know. It's probably freezing on me as well. Try again. Let's see. Yeah. Have you got goals for yourself this year? Let me know. Have you got goals for yourself this year? What exactly have you achieved out of all the goals? Are you the type that is like, oh, well, I'll try next year. It doesn't matter. But then do you feel fulfilled? And I was saying you might have to review your goals. What you've written down at the beginning of this year, how relevant is it to you? The things you've written down, are the things you're passionate about? Or it's just, yeah, my friend said they were going to do this. Oh, I'm going to write it. I'm going to do this as well. Why those goals? What is the motivation behind it? Why? So I had to switch it off. Oh, there's some light there. So these are things you need to consider so that you don't keep beating yourself up and thinking, oh, I set out, at the beginning and I was so energetic, I was so enthusiastic, I was so motivated and all that. But all of a sudden it's like, 6 months into the year, nothing like that. And you just feel so low and you feel like, why has, things not worked out the way you planned? And that's what I'm saying again, review the things you've put down. How relevant is it to you? The things you've put down, is it difficult? Did you research about it? Do you have mentors, to help you go through maybe one or two of them? What exactly have you done really to fulfilling these goals for this year? Because if you haven't achieved maybe as much as or even any at all, what do you want to do? Because another year is coming, another chance for you to still do more, to do better. by yourself, you know. And sometimes some people, it might be laziness, it might be procrastination. There's a whole lot of reasons why people don't achieve their goals. Some, maybe the goals are too high for them and they don't have the capacity to achieving it, and they just feel, oh my goodness. But maybe you don't have people around you that will tell you that this goal is far-fetched. You don't have the training, you don't have what it takes and all of that. And then yet you're just sitting there beating yourself up. Oh, I didn't achieve this. Why didn't I achieve this? Probably it's too big a goal to set. So sometimes you might have to maybe lower things a bit, start baby steps, take baby steps and see how far you go from there. Because sometimes we get so overwhelmed by those big goals and it seems like, oh my goodness, last year I tried, even this year I tried, it's like nothing is working. Then you really need to think about those goals you have put down rather than waste energy, waste time. A whole year is nearly gone. What have you done? You know, and how do you intend to do better by yourself for next year? What are your goals? What have you written down? The ones you have achieved, do you still need to do better by it? Or you've done it, dusted, and you know, it's out of the way, and then you can have time, you know, to take on bigger goals. It depends on you as a person. You know, when the new year is coming, we're saying Happy New Year, and you have New Year resolution. Oh, don't get me started. New Year resolution, everybody brings out, oh, I'm going to do this. It's good, don't get me wrong, I do that as well. But then, the things you put down, my New Year resolution, I want to do this. Are you motivated by yourself to doing them? Or you just look around, your friends said this year they're going to do this, you too, you want to do the same. Are you passionate about it? Is it something you even like to do at all? You know, sometimes we follow the patterns of people, friends, family even, and you can see them, they're achieving because those are their goals. But because it's not your goal, you just took it from them, and it's like you're struggling. Think about it really. Do you want to waste more time on it? Do you want to waste more energy on it? Do you want to waste more resources on that? Those are things you need to think about so that you don't keep wasting time. Time waits for no one, guys. You know that. Time waits for no one at all. So let's be mindful of how we spend our time, what we use our time to chase in the new year. In fact, you have to review this year to start with. What were you chasing that you didn't accomplish? Is it worth it? Those are things you need to look at as well. Let me see if I can find. I'm still struggling with this thing, but guys, I will have to start shortly because I don't know. Sometimes these things have a mind of their own. But yeah, I won't let anything stop me. Shannon Thomas, I see you. Thanks for joining. I hope you're good. Eva, thanks for joining as well. I hope you guys are good. Yeah, Mondays. Yeah, we love Mondays, don't you think? We love Mondays. I remember last week I was saying, oh, some people grumble when it's Monday. Oh, we're back to work. Why? Yeah. Bringing hope. Never give up. Never give up. Solid, I see you. Thank you. Yeah. You know, that song kind of motivates me, so I don't give up easily. I had to try at least 1 or 2 tricks and see, and it did work. So guys, thank you once again for your patience. I said the time gradually growing. Help share this live. Click down, send to all your friends. Let them be part of it. Caroline, I see you. Thanks for joining. So guys, today's topic is goal. This is one on Mondays we talk general talks. You know, you and I sit down like brothers and sisters and talk about these things. You know, sometimes we don't pay attention to it. And like you can see, the topic is goals. Some people just set goals. They don't even go back to review. They don't go back to see what have they achieved, what do they need to try harder with, and all of things like that. Bodunde, I see you. Thanks for joining Inside today. I hope your day has been fruitful. So I'm gonna go into the talk because I've rambled on a bit about the topic, but let's just go and put more structure into it, and let's help ourselves, to do one or two jottings. You can jot things down and just see how far, because you're going to self-reflect as well. And when you're self-reflecting, you have to be real with yourself. That is when you talk truth to yourself. No more dilly-dally, no more denial. Just say it as it is. Write it down if you have to. Basil, I see you. Thanks for joining. So today I'm going to be talking about a subject that serves as a foundation for success. It serves as a foundation for purpose and growth as well. T-Frame, I see you. Thanks for joining. So goals. Goals are not just ambitions or dreams. They are actionable plans that gives us direction in our lives. That's why I say some people, they set the goal at the beginning of the year. Some people don't even bother. They just go along as the year comes, and by the end of the year they say, oh, I've achieved this year, I've done this, and there you go. So it depends on you as a person, I guess. So without goals, we risk drifting aimlessly. Some people, they need to set that goal to keep them focused, to keep them to be resilient, to keep them committed. But without that, they just do anything that comes their way. They just do, whether it's for them or not, they just trial and error most of the time. And when you do that, how much can you actually achieve? So you need to be mindful of what you drift into. We don't want to drift into. We have to be purposeful. We have to be focused. Claudia, I see you. Nevertheless, thanks for joining. So with goals, we create a sense of purpose, discipline, and achievement as well. So we're going to be exploring the importance of goals, how to set them effectively. It's very important. And how to stay committed to achieving them. Because sometimes you get discouraged. Sometimes you feel, oh, you need support, you don't have support. A lot of things can hinder us from being committed to achieving our goals. So we're going to talk about this in case you haven't really thought in depth about it. So let's sit down, pull your chair, or you sit on your couch, whatever. Be comfortable and let's, do this talk together. I'm going to give my talk. And when I'm done, I'm going to bring us up. Let's talk more about goals. How can we achieve them? How do we face those things that hinder us, from achieving our goals? And I have my puzzle as well, guys. Don't forget. So why are goals important? PUB, I see you. Thanks for joining. Ivore or Ivor, welcome. I hope you're good. So why are goals important? They are very important. You and I know that. Goal serves as a roadmap for where you want to go in life. Not just yearly goals, your life goal, your life aspirations as well. So they provide clarity, they provide motivation, a sense of purpose, a sense of direction. So I'm going to be mentioning some keys why setting goal is very crucial. Whether big goals, small goals, whether 10, whether 2, it's very crucial we set those goals and we set them effectively. So the first thing is why goals are important. It gives us direction, like I've said. Last Mitch, thanks for joining. Please click down and send to all your friends. Let them be part of this talk today. I haven't even done that myself. Yeah, because I was fiddling with my computer there. So I'll just take 1 minute to do this, guys. As I'm doing this, you can do that as well. And then we're going to carry on talking about goals. Goals. Yes, coming to an end. Have we achieved our goals? Are we struggling? Did we have the right people around us to motivate us? Do we have the support network? All these things are very crucial. No man is an island. Sometimes you might be a self-motivator, which is good. I love it when you can motivate yourself to achieving stuff. It's very good. And you can even be a motivator to other people as well. It's very good. But in between, sometimes we struggle. Even the strongest of us, we struggle, achieving certain goals. But it's not the end of the world. We just have to re-strategize so that we can do better. So, oh, thank you, Pastor Audit. I see you. So as I was saying, it's very important to set goals because it gives us direction. Goals act as our compass, helping us to steer towards a meaningful destination in life. Not just going, oh, the wind blows you this way, you go this way. Oh, everybody's doing this, you go in there. People are not doing that, you go, just keep drifting. What are your own goals? It gives you a sense of direction so you don't wander aimlessly throughout the year or throughout your lifetime. Coach Fran, I see you. Thanks for joining. Another reason why goals are important is because it boosts motivation. A clear goal inspires you to take action, guys. It gives you a reason to wake up each morning and push through those challenges, knowing that your effort is moving you closer to something valuable. So you need goals in order to remain motivated. Oh, Mrs. Williams, thanks for joining. I hope your day has been good. So far, so good. Another reason is it improves focus and decision making. When you have a goal, it helps you to focus. It helps you to do better. When you're making up your mind, you're deciding about things, you have a goal. So your decision making has to align with your goals as well. So goals helps you to prioritize when you're making decisions. When you know what you want, not that people influencing you back and forth and you don't even know what you want. But when you know what you want, it becomes easier to filter out distractions and focus on activities that align with your objective. I'll give you an example. You want to go into water packaging, for example. You want to start packaging water. What would be your focus? Where would you get the water? Where would you get the packaging from? Do you have enough capital? Those are things you need to focus on. Not that you want to go into packaging of water and then you're chasing after somebody who is into selling clothes. How are they going to help you? You're not in the same line. You're not going to be focused because they're into something else. You're into something else altogether. So don't allow distractions. Even when the biggest support comes and you see that this person really kind of supports you, but what they're doing is totally different from what you're doing. You need to be focused. Just appreciate the support, but be focused on what you want to do. Take on board whatever they're giving you in terms of support and turn it around for your good to achieving your own goals. Again, goals are important because it helps you to build confidence. When you start achieving them, oh my goodness, especially things you never thought you could achieve, and you set your mind to it, you're focused, you're committed, and then you achieve it, oh my goodness, it kind of boosts your morale. It makes you feel this confidence, like, what's it? Bring it on. I'm ready for it. So achieving goals, no matter how small, guys, it boosts self-esteem. So if you want self-esteem to be high, make sure you achieve your goals. That's the aim, really. So each accomplishment serves as a proof that you're capable of reaching greater heights. Like I said, sometimes it takes you to win small goals and it gives you the motivation to chase after the bigger goals. So don't be discouraged. There's always hope. There's always hope. You know me. Maybe I should change my middle name to Hope. Yeah, funny. Okay, so finally, I'm going to mention why goals are important. It encourages growth. It encourages growth. You set a goal. You don't know how you're going to achieve it. You have to find out information. You need to do your research. You need to do all of this. As you're doing that, you're growing mentally, you're growing intellectually, you're growing even in terms of your profession, be it if it's what you're chasing after, so there is bound to be growth as long as you chase after those goals, as long as you're committed, guys. It doesn't just happen like that. You have to be committed. So goals push you to set out out of your comfort zone. It helps you to learn new skills and embrace challenges, because with those goals, you will face challenges. Otherwise, if I don't tell you the truth, guys, I'll just be fooling you, and I'm not here to fool anyone. I break it down. We're real about things so we can do better and live a better life. So they are seeds of personal and professional development. Yes, goals helps you to grow in knowledge, in wisdom, in capability, in capacity. Name it, it helps you to grow. So let's look at different types of goals, one can set, or different types of goals. There's loads and loads and loads. And like I always say, because of time, I have to just limit them to a few bit. Oh, thank you for the follow, Queen. I'm going to find you later and follow you right back. Guys, thank you so much for liking the live. I really appreciate when you do that. And for those giving me the heart me, I may have missed, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. I mean, everybody says when you go to a live, the least you can do is just give them a heart me. I don't know what that means, but well, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. So types of goals, let's look at them. Goals can be categorized into several types, and each one contributing to different aspects of our lives. So let me break it down to some bits, hopefully for us to have a better understanding. Short-term goals. You can have short-term goals. These are goals you can achieve within a few days, weeks, or months. For example, learning a new skill, finishing a book. By the way, guys, go buy your book, Understanding Your Destiny by yours truly. Go on Amazon, get your copy. Go on eBay, get your copy. Yes, it's selling fast. I don't know how many copies are left, but guys, get your copies. Get your copies. So short-term goals that you can achieve within a short period of time. It could even be organizing your workspace. You might say, oh, everything is just all over the place. And you set these short-term goals. In the next 2 weeks, you want to arrange everything such that you know where what is at all times. Maybe you might have to buy a new cabinet, or you might have to buy a new computer, or what have you. Those are short-term goals that, like I said, reading a book, Understanding Your Destiny. If you're committed, you can finish it in less than 2 hours, to be honest with you guys. So we have short-term goals. Again, we can have long-term goals. One Rasta, I see you. Thanks for joining. Help share this live to your friends. I bet it's going to be beneficial to them. So I'm just talking about types of goals people can set for themselves. I've mentioned short-term goals. Now the next one is the long-term goals. These are bigger aspirations that may take years to accomplish, such as advancing in your career, buying a house, or completing a degree. And I can tell you, I've had that long-term goal for ages and ages, but life kept happening. It kept happening, and I'm like, would I ever achieve this? One time I just said, you know what? I'm going to set a deadline. What could be hindering me from going back to get that degree, especially in that I love, really, really love to do? I'm like, okay, this is in the way for now. That is in the way for now. Okay, there was one major thing that was really in the way. Oh, thank you so much, Ify. And I said, okay, with this time, by this year, that thing would have been sorted. And I had to wait, and I was looking and I was checking, the course, the school, doing my research, which school is closest to me. I don't have to travel too far and all of that. And alas, I'm like, oh, how do I get admission? I started reading up. I had to do this, do that. I'm like, okay, I'm still on track. I remembered one or two friends who said they were going back to uni. I just called them up. How did you do this? What did you have to do? So they chipped in. I said, oh, that's good, and all of that. And then, bam, I applied, of course, as an adult student. And then I got an interview, and I'm like, oh my God, this long-term goal is becoming real. This is becoming real. They've asked me to come for an interview. I'm like, oh my God, I had sleepless nights, guys. I'm telling you, achieving goals is not all that easy, but when you do, you feel that satisfaction. You feel that esteem, high esteem, it's good. So please be encouraged. And then I went for the interview, and on the interview, it was a group interview, and there was about 8 of us. I'm like, oh my God, everybody chasing a particular spot on this course. And I'm like, oh God, please help me. It's been a long time I've been in the premise of a university. Oh dear, can I still cope? All sorts going through my mind. But I know that I need that degree. I must get that degree. So all those fears, as they come, I try to encourage me. I get things to encourage me because I said I can't give up. I've held it for so many years, but this is the time. I'm not getting any younger, guys. And then after the interview, I got the email to say, thank you for coming for the interview. In a couple of weeks, we're going to reach back to you to see whether you've gotten the spot. Guys, for that 2 weeks, I didn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I'm like, every time I kept checking my email, maybe they will respond faster than 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Wow. Your girl, thanks for the heart me. Thank you so much. Guys, my heart was pounding. I'm like, should I chase another school? Because I really wanted that school. They were doing the course that I wanted, and it's not too far from home. I'm like, this will be the best thing. And then one afternoon, I just clicked on it and I saw, oh, congratulations, you've been admitted. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I was all over the house. Yay, I got the space. I'm going back to you. I was so happy. So guys, it takes hard work, determination, commitment, and all of that. Sometimes you get scared, but don't give up because you have to achieve that goal. And then my first year, I'm like, God, help me. I don't want to have any receipt. I have to study. Sometimes when you enter my bedroom, you see 6-10 books on the bed. I'm doing this read up to do the write up for my assignment and things like that. My husband will be like, hello, can we sleep in this house? And I look up sometimes like 3 in the morning. I say, oh my God. And I have to wake up like 6:30 and then the next morning. I'm like, God, I'm like, I don't want to fail. I've put my mind to it. I must put in every effort and all of that. It wasn't easy. Sometimes I eat very late. Sometimes I sleep very late and all of that because I was focused. I'm determined I need to get this degree. I must get this degree, I'm sharing this just to encourage you guys, to let you know that FunmiRoyal, I could have fears about going and pursuing my goals, but I didn't give up. That was just the thing that kept me going. I had to encourage myself. My boys even will encourage me. Sometimes when I do my assignment, I'll tell them, please, can you help me proofread? Because right now my head is just all over the place. They will laugh and they'll be like, okay, just bring it. And they'll proofread and they'll say, Mom, just change this, do this. I'm like, thank you guys. And sometimes my husband will be like, oh my goodness, I feel like both of us are in uni together, kind of, just for the laugh of it. So what am I saying in essence? It was a long-term goal, 3 years of study that really felt like, oh my God, can I do this? Will I be able to do this? Yeah, it was scary, but I was saying to myself, I just wanted a pass. At least let me pass and get the certificate. Don't look down on yourself. And I'm grateful that I finished with a 2-1. I'm grateful. How did that happen? To be honest, maybe it's the hard work or effort. I don't know. I was surprised. I'm like, wow, that is not bad at all. So long-term goals, it helps you, and this is building the career I am so passionate about. I've got the degree in my Christian circle, but I needed the secular one just to be able to combine more and be able to help more people. So if you're a Christian, we will do the counseling, and if you're not a Christian, we will do the counseling. So you can imagine, I just wanted to spread wide my clientele base so that I can help every kind of client that comes my way, and I'm glad I was able to achieve that. So another one could be another type of goal could be personal goals. It was my personal goal. It was a professional goal. It was a long-term goal I embarked on, and in between I had to do some short courses here and there. I had to here and there, up and down. So it's not just that alone. It felt overwhelming at some point, but I had to remember, what is my focus? I must get that degree by all means, so I cannot afford to be discouraged. So personal goals, this focus on self-improvement, such as improving your health, building confidence, or developing better relationship. So it depends on you. What are your personal goals? Have you set personal goals for this year? Have you been able to achieve them or not? Review. Always go back to review. Another kind of goal is professional goal. Just like I shared with you, my example was a professional goal, it was a personal goal, and it was a long-term goal as well, which I managed to achieve. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful, really, because sometimes things are just in your mind like a dream, and you keep dreaming. 1 year, 2 year, 3 years has gone by, and you haven't done anything. You're just dreaming. Oh, I wish I have this degree. Oh, I'm just dreaming. Guys, put action into place. Start finding, do what you have to do. Check out the school, that profession, check your locality, which school is, just go on and pursue that professional goal. It's very good. It pertains to your career achievements, such as earning a promotion, so you might have to go to do that course. Nothing comes easy, guys. With your hard work, you will achieve. Know that. It could be that you want to start a business, you go and do a business course, or a mastering in a specific skill relevant to your job. Professional goals. Did you put one in there this year? Were you able to achieve that? Those are things you need to look at. Professional goals. And again, financial goals. This involves managing money wisely, such as saving for retirement, paying off your debts, or achieving financial independence. When you set financial goals, how are you going to, start saving? What are you going to do? You might have to do an extra job, or you might even have to do a job that you never thought you would do just to save that extra, maybe for retirement or to pay off your debts and what have you. So sometimes goals may change just for a period, and then, you're still focused, you know what you're doing. But because you set a financial goal and you know what you're doing at the moment, you may not achieve that goal. So you might have to take on extra job or a part-time job, extra part-time job or something. Don't feel, oh, it's the end of the world, but you have to be focused, guys. And then the last one I'm going to mention is spiritual or purpose-driven goals. Some people at the beginning of the year, they set out a spiritual goal for themselves that this year I will make sure I fast for 7 days, or this year every month I'm going to fast for 7 days. This year I want to read the Bible all through again, and I thank God for HCC. That's what we do, every day we have to read this portion of the Bible. Sometimes they fall short, you have to catch up and all of that. But on Fridays we come and do the study anyways, so you catch up eventually. So what are the spiritual goals you've set for yourself? It depends on your religion. It doesn't have to be Christians alone. Even Muslims, they might set goals for themselves, So it depends. So when you set spiritual or purpose-driven goals, this helps you to connect with your values and higher purpose. My God is my higher purpose. I mean, and alongside other bits, like maybe volunteering, practicing mindfulness, or deepening your faith. So it depends on you. What are the spiritual goals you've set for yourself this year? Have you been able to achieve them? Food for thought. Those are things you need to review this time of the year. We only have barely 1 month to go. Maybe there's some you can still pick up on and still do. I mean, if you say you are going to read your Bible, you can always start today, even start tomorrow, and be committed to it. So how to set effective goals? Because this is where a lot of people struggle. How do you set effective goals? You don't just set any goals. They have to be effective goals, things you can achieve, things are within your capacity to achieve. Otherwise, you will burn out, you will lose money and a whole time even. Danso, I see you. Thanks for joining. So setting goals is not just about thinking big. It's about thinking clearly, guys. So I'm going to give us practical framework to ensure our goals are actionable and attainable. So if you're the one that set goals for this year and it seems you haven't attained them, you need to sit down and put some, pen to paper. And these are basic things that would help anyone to set effective goals. I was on Mrs. Williams' live yesterday, and guess what? They say great minds think alike. She was also talking about how to review your goals for the year. She's talking about goals. I'm like, did this woman spy on my notes or what? I can see her there. Mrs. Williams, thanks for joining. I really appreciate your support. So, in order to have that framework that will ensure we get our goals achieved and attained, I'm going to give us this acronym, which is like I said, a basic thing you could know so that you can have effective goals in your hands. So the first one is an acronym of SMART. Olumi1, I see you. Thanks for joining. Coco, I'm not sure if she's there, or manager. If you can help, with our guest today so that they can see. So the acronym SMART, SMART. We're going to break it down, and this will help us to achieving our goals effectively. So SMART, I call it a SMART framework. You can look that up as well. I mean, there's certain things you can look up, not just things that for fun. You're just on the internet 24/7. Even if you're on internet 24/7, how can you quantify the quality of what you're doing on there? It really matters. So SMART, when we use that framework, the first one, S, is specific. In your effective goals, putting them down, be specific. Clearly define what you want to achieve, not what your friends think you should achieve, not what your family think you should achieve. What do you want to achieve? So be specific when you're setting your goals. Clearly define it and know what you're doing. Then the M of the SMART, remember, is the acronym SMART, SMART. So the M is measurable. Measurable. So quantify your goals so that you can track your progress. Like I said, I knew I was going to go to uni. It would take me 3 whole years. We have first semester, second semester. I have to do this. I have to do that. All of that, I had to work it out. How would that work? Can I still keep my part-time job? Can I keep a full-time job? All of that, you have to quantify your goals so you can keep track of them. So if, for example, the first year I was struggling or something, I have to think, how else can I help boost myself so that I'm not struggling? Maybe I have to go for extra tutorials. I need to join a group study group or something, So all of those things you have to help yourself with. And when you're measuring, it depends on the goal you've set for yourself. Track your progress. Are you progressing, or are you struggling? Who can help you? Those are things you need to put in place. Then the A, SMART. Remember, we're doing acronym SMART. SMA. S, specific. M, measurable goals. A, achievable goals. Achievable goals. Despite the fact that I wanted to go back and do that 3-year course, I was scared, but I know I can do it. If I knew I wouldn't be able to do it, I think I wouldn't even have bothered. But I was focused. There was a reason why I wanted that, or I needed to do that. And I was set in my mind, I can achieve this. I may struggle, I may be afraid, but I can achieve this. So achievable. Ensure it's realistic, given the resources and the time. One of the things that probably could have hindered would have been finances. But thank God for the support you get from the government, when you want to go back to study. It's available. So I didn't have no excuse but to be focused, guys. Imagine I had to do 10 jobs and I still go to uni. Some people do that, don't get me wrong. Kudos to them. It's because they're focused and they're determined, and that's why they had to do all of that. And they'll study the time they're supposed to be sleeping. They're studying because they don't want to be behind. So well done to all of you out there struggling, financially, but you're still doing it anyways. Well done to you. So achievable goals, something you can achieve. It may take a year, it may take 6 months, but you can achieve that. So the R of the SMART is relevant. Align the goal with your values and broader objectives. Is it relevant to you? I wanted to go I've been doing Christian counseling for years and years. I'm like, what would it be to counsel people that are not Christians? And I'm like, it would be good. I can help more people. The best thing is to go back to uni. If I thought 3 whole years, oh my God, I'm moaning already, I wouldn't have had the courage to go ahead. And now I can tell you now, it's a testimony for me now. I can tell, because being there, done that, dusted, out of the way. I'm looking forward to the next thing, guys. So is it relevant? Of course it was relevant. I wanted the counseling. Some schools offered me counseling and psycho, whatever, counseling and sociology, psycho. I know, I just wanted counseling. And I found the school and I went for it and I got it, you know, and I'm done with it already. And imagine 3 years gone by already, way by already. So guys, time waits for no one. Make sure that goal you're setting is relevant to your life. And if it's something new that you're picking up, are you passionate about it? Those are things you need to know. As long as it's relevant to helping you even with your broader objectives in life, is good. So be focused. And the T, because of time, the T is time bound. Set a deadline to create urgency and focus. If you don't set a deadline, you just be dragging your feet sometimes. You procrastinate, you feel lazy, you feel all of the, you know, those negative feelings. And then at the end of the time, you haven't achieved nothing. It's just something you've written down. So make sure that you time yourself when you're setting your goals. This goal, long and short of it, it will take me nothing less than 2 years to achieve. Sometimes, you know, it might take 2 years. Sometimes it might even take 1.5 years. Sometimes it could be a year, because you're committed. You're putting the effort, extra effort. And you find out that, oh my God, you're having progress so rapidly. And then you didn't have to wait 2 years to achieving that goal. So set time. For me, I know it's 3 years. There is no cutting corners. If I don't do the 3 years, I will have to carry over and do extra. I didn't want that, so I had to put in the effort. I'm like, no, I'm not carrying anything over. Guys, I was like, no, I have to give you what it takes. And I thank God I didn't, you know, procrastinate and all of that. 3 years came and gone already. So know that the time will come and go. So set time for achieving your goals and create that urgency and focus around it. So example, you know, of how to set effective goals is, instead of saying I want to get fit, say I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months by exercising 3 times a week and eating healthy. That is more focus. But if you just say I just want to get fit, okay, you want to get fit, so okay, what are you gonna do? So you need to be clear when you're setting that goal. Okay, I remember that I was sharing on Inside a few weeks back. My doctor said to lose 10 pounds. I'm like, how am I going to do that? In 13 years, I've only lost 2 pounds. I've tried everything. You know, I brought up all these excuses. What else am I going to do? My faith helped me. I prayed to God, you created me. How can I lose this weight in my body? And I heard, do this, do that. Some people may not be able to hear, but I was privileged to hear, and I did it. And within that 6 months, guys, I lost the exact 10 kg. I lost it, and 2 days ago, I still climbed. I'm like, oh my God, I'm still keeping it, which is good. Set timeline. I said to myself, 6 months. Lord, help me. 6 months, I'm going to lose this 10 kg. Why 6 months? I don't know. I just said to myself, if it took me almost 13 years to lose 2 kg, it's like pushing that boundary. But I was so determined I was going to do that. And sometimes I feel like, oh, I just want to give up already. But I remember I need to lose 10 kg. That doctor is waiting for me. I don't want to go to him and start telling stories, you know. So I put in the effort and God really helped me. And I've lost it. I don't intend to add it back. So guys, yeah, it may be what you're eating, you might have to change. It may be exercise, maybe you only do once a week, you might have to do 3 times a week. Set, you know, all those goals so that you can achieve them with time. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. Again, write them down. Whatever it is you want to do, effective goal, we need to write them down, guys. Don't just say, oh, it's in my head. I know. Write them down. Putting your goals in writing makes them more tangible and serves as a constant reminder, because this mind, it has a lot it's dealing with. Before you know, you just forget 2 or 3 out of the goals. Write them down such that that paper is there, that book is there. When you pick it up, you look, oh, I forgot about this. Oh, I have to achieve this. I need to do this. Heartbeat 77, thanks for journaling is a great method. Yes, Olumi one, it is very good. So if you're the type that you don't like writing, you have your phone. There's a note in there. Just open a note and put in there goals for 6 months, goals for, put it somewhere so that you can see them. If you need to set a reminder to it such that once in a while will flash you, remember, oh, this goal is still there. I'm not doing anything about it. So there's a whole lot of way you can help yourself, guys. So no more excuses, because excuses are for failures. And we're not failures, are we? No. Write them down. Write them down so that they serve as constant reminder. Studies show that written goals are significantly more likely to be achieved. So that study did justice to it, and they're telling you, write them down so that you don't forget. Again, break them into smaller steps. Break them into smaller steps. So large goals can feel very overwhelming. Breaking them into smaller, actionable steps makes them more manageable and keeps you motivated, because when you break it down step by step, bit by bit, you accomplish this bit, you know you're going to the next one. It makes you feel good, like, oh my God, I'm just doing this, I'm getting the result, I'm gonna do more to the next level, and before you know, you're way up there, guys. Thank you so much, Pastor C. I thank you. So break them into smaller steps so that I don't get overwhelmed or get discouraged. That is really the best way you can do whatever, achieve that goal, really. And then again, visualize success. Remember I said to you, when I was going back for that counseling course, I'm like, I was picturing the day I'm going to walk up when they're going to call my name for that degree, and I'm going to walk up that stage with my certificate, I'll wear the graduation gown. That was my focus. That was what even kept me going. So the nights I'm struggling with my assignment, I'm like, oh God, why? I have to write 3,000 words, 4,000 words, 8,000. I'm like, oh God, for me, remember, you want to walk down that aisle in your graduation gown. So I kind of motivate myself. I'm sharing to you my own motivation. It might motivate you, may not, but you know the end of what you want to achieve. Let the end result be the success you're visualizing. And I said to myself, and I thank God for the course, because he said once you graduate, you can even start your private practice. I'm like, me? Private practice? I don't know about that. But they kept encouraging to the point that the final year, they're like, do a mock online website for yourself, for your private practice. I'm like, these people mean business. So that kind of motivated me. I had to sit down and plan, what will my website look like? I'll bring this picture, put that wordings. Oh, no, I don't, and oh my goodness, seeing the future from the beginning. I'm telling you, exactly, it was. And guys, in terms of writing goals down, I remember I have journals everywhere. I didn't know this had been written down years ago. The name of my private practice was in that book. I didn't even know. Guys, this was something I'd written years back. That's why it's good to write down. Anatello, thanks for joining. How, brother? My goodness, good to see you here. I didn't know. But whilst we were preparing for the mock website, I don't know, this kept coming, lighthouse counseling. It was one of the days, I don't know, I was trying to check all my journals to see which one I can dispose and all of that. I was just reading through, even this insight was in there, in that book, years back. And then I saw my private company, Lighthouse. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't know I'd written that. So you can imagine, guys, focus, alignment, your purpose, all of these things. And I'm saying this, I'm sharing this to you. If I can experience this or go through it, you can as well. So when I set up my studio, I found my old journal and I saw all I wanted to get in few years. And I tell her, thanks for sharing that. That's incredible. That was when I saw Insight. I'm like, Insight? I saw the program. I'd written topics, even some topics there. I'm like, oh my goodness. You were surprised. Of course, you'll be surprised. Because these things, imagine if you're not written it down. It's gone. You probably will not remember. And this is years later. So sometimes we need to be practical with ourselves. Because you have forgotten about it. Exactly, Anatello. Thank you. Such a nice example. When I saw Lighthouse, I'm like, oh, guys, oh, no. If you go online now and put www.thelighthouse.counseling.com, just go there. You will see. I've launched it. It's out there. And it's amazing. I feel good, like, oh, my days. I set my mind to it. I went to school. They encouraged us. And now it's come to fruition. Imagine if I'm just sitting and daydreaming. 3 years will go by. I'll still be daydreaming. And imagine those things that has been written down years back. It felt like, in fact, I don't know the feeling. It felt so good, like I was on track after all. I didn't realize I'd written all of that down. It just made life easy. I didn't even think twice. I just said, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for bringing this journal my way. I just quickly, you know, when I was setting up the company and all, I just put Lighthouse Counseling Services. You know, it was just easy. I went to my graphics guy, designed me a logo for the company and all of that. So can you imagine how our subconscious already links us with the possibilities of our future? It's, guys, I can't explain. That's why you have to be intentional about what you do. You just have to be intentional. And then you need to know you, do you. So imagine if I was swayed to doing technology course or something. I don't know what would have happened, because technology is not my cup of tea, to be honest with you. But I saw that and I'm like, am I dreaming? Is this a dream? Did this book fall from heaven? And what I do when I write things down, I always put the time and the date and the year. Guys, I wish that journal was here. I would show you. This was years before I even decided to go back to uni. The names was there. Insight was there, like I said. I'm like, God, this is good. So I'm on track. So I'm mindful of the time. I'm going to go quickly. So visualize your success. Spend time imagining what achieving that goal will look like and feel like. My motivation. See me walking in that gown, walking across, the aisle with my degree in my hand. I'm like, this must happen. This has to happen. And the devil has funny ways of doing stuff. Imagine I graduated a year after, and for whatever reason, I finished the school, done everything, submitted, gotten my result even. And then to do graduation, 1 or 2 hiccups here and there. I'm like, seriously? I didn't have to walk down the aisle until 1 year later. That was, if you go back on my page, you'll see the video. I said, finally, I did it. You devil, you want to steal my hard work? No way. If they let's say between 10 years, I'm still going to walk down that aisle, which I did, and I felt so good. It felt so good, guys. I'm not talking fables here. This happened. It felt so good, even though there was delay, whatever it was with the school, for whatever reason, I was chasing and chasing. All my colleagues were just graduating. I'm like, why? What's happening here? I'm done with it. I was moaning right in the school. What's going on? Why? I said, you devil, you are a liar. And eventually, I got my graduation date. Finally, even though it was a year after, I don't care. I'm still going to walk down that aisle because I'd visualized it in my head. And it did happen. I'm grateful. So visualization helps you to stay emotionally connected to your objective, and it reinforces your determination. Honestly, it did help me. So visualize where you're going to, how good it will feel, how good it's going to be, even though you're just starting, because this is your motivation all the way. So another bit I'm going to say again, I've mentioned briefly when I was giving a small talk before I started. Review and adjust. Review and adjust. Life is unpredictable, guys, and your goals may need to evolve. So periodically review your progress and make adjustments as needed without losing sight of your ultimate purpose. Make adjustments as needed. I tell you the adjustment I had to make, and I'm sharing my real life experience so that you know that these things will happen, it will come up, but be prepared. I said to myself, I really have to focus. I did 1 year working, 2 years, second year working, but the final years, I just felt this need. I had to let go of my job to face my final year, my dissertation, my clinical placement, all of that. I'm like, I really want to succeed. So that means I have to let go of this job. It was a big decision, guys. I had to sit my family down. I said, guys, I know we all are okay working and all of that. This is what I felt led on my heart. I'm gonna have to let go of this job so that I can face my final year, face it head on, give it all it takes so that I can achieve. And everybody's like, oh yeah, it's fine. You know, everybody will support, chip in here and there and all. And it felt good when you have your family that supports you. It feels so good as well. And then I had to write to my office. I said, by next month will be my last. I'm finishing because of uni is my final year. A lot is required of me, and I will struggle with this job. So I had to let it go. It was hard because I was in that job for 8.5 years. I had to let go and then face my final year, and I gave it everything. So review, adjust, review and adjust where necessary so that you can see that progress, so that you can be committed as well. So like I said, periodically review your progress and make adjustments as needed without losing sight of your ultimate purpose. And now I've graduated, I have my private practice, and I'm even doing other bits as well, you know. And now I get clients that are not Christians. Even the Christian ones, I can counsel them. Imagine, my dream actually came through because I didn't just dream about it. I wrote it down, set it as a goal, and I put action. I chased it even though I was afraid, I was scared and all of that, but I achieved at the end of the day. Thank you so much, Olumiwan, for liking that live. So review and adjust as you go along. It's not rubber stamped as such. You can make adjustments to improve on what you have to achieve. Again, staying committed to your goals is very important, guys. I cannot overemphasize this. You have to be committed. You really must be committed, and that's the only way you can see the end result. Setting goals is one thing, but staying committed to them is where the challenge lies. Yeah, times I felt, oh my God, 10,000 words. Oh, why? Why am I torturing myself? Why? But then I kept remembering, walking down that aisle, I need to be committed. I need to be focused. I've written 3,000. If I can write 3,000 words, I can write 10,000. My dissertation was 10,000. To be honest with you, guys, I enjoy doing that. It was like, my God, I never thought I could do this because I was scared. Would I be able to do this? Can I do that? You know, I said all that I was thinking in my head is jollof rice and chicken. Huh? Don't mind me, jollof rice and chicken. And now somebody is telling me to write dissertation at my age. Hey, guys, don't be deceived here. You know, oh, you're laughing. It wasn't funny. I say, hey, I should have not stuck with my kitchen. Oh, I'm cooking my jollof rice and chicken, but at the end, it paid off. So setting goals is one thing. Staying committed is another thing. You have to stay committed. 1 second, guys. Yep. That's TikTok. Yeah, I'm not a robot, I'm here. So let's look at strategies to maintain focus and perseverance, because as you said, those goals, challenges will come, like I said. So find your why. Find your why. A strong motivation behind your goal will need help to stay committed, because you get discouraged along the way. You will get people who say, what's the point? Why are you wasting? Why are you pushing? Why are you You know, ask yourself, why is this goal important to me? The answer will keep you going through the tough times. Guys, sometimes I've had to drive in the cold. Sometimes I had near accidents driving to school and all of that. So there's so many things that could have even discouraged me. But I said, I know the reason why I set this goal. I must achieve this goal, come what may. You need to remind yourself why you set that goal. Always remember, especially when the times are tough, when you're trying to achieve the goals. Then again, set deadlines. I think I mentioned that briefly. Set deadlines. So without deadlines, procrastination can take over. A timeline creates a sense of urgency and accountability. For me, the line was set already. I mean, the deadline was set already. I knew I was going in for 3 years. But mind you, if I was procrastinating, I wasn't committed, I will carry over. That means that of 3 years, I might be there for 4 or 5 years. You know that can happen, and then I'll feel frustrated. Oh, I only planned 3 years to do this. Oh, this is the 4th year. I'm still struggling. Da, da, da. Maybe I should just stop altogether. Hey, you know that can come in. So set deadlines for yourself so that you can be accountable. Yeah. Again, celebrate small wins, guys. When I did the first year, and I was waiting, I'll be waiting by my computer. The result is coming out. I'll be like this, and my boys will be like, Mom, chill out. What's the big deal? I said, it's a big deal to me. Oh, you don't know, at my age, going back to uni, hey, I must pass, so I can't fail. You know, sometimes they laugh at me. I say, just be laughing. Hey, you don't know anything. And then I'll wait. Sometimes they'll put some provisional result. You can't even tell what is what. I'm like, stop this provisional. I want to know what I scored. I really want to know, because sometimes it's different. And then, oh my God, I remember when I had COVID, I was sick and I had to do this essay. 2 days to go, I was feeling so sick. I said, God, I'm just going to write. I don't know. I'm just going to write this and submit. Whether I pass or fail right now is beyond me, because I'm not even, I was bedridden, and I had to do that. And I just prayed, Lord, I pressed enter and sent it. I'm like, I don't care. I've submitted something. Guys, I will still be forever amazed. That was of all my 3 years, that particular one was the highest score I ever had. I had a first, and I don't know how it happened. I said, God, this has to be you, because I had to go back to read their assessment. What did I do? What did I even write? And I scored the highest of all the 3 years. I know. So, sick, I still had to read, get the books out, do something. And I said, God, please help me. I'm going to submit, and as long as, even if it's 40%, let them give me, so that I don't have to redo it, because I wasn't feeling well. But guys, I scored the highest, and I was carrying all over the house. I'm like, guys, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. They're like, well done, Mom. They're proud of you, of me, you know. Guys, it's not easy, but here I am. I have my degree. Wow, yeah, it is a wow. So guys, I celebrated that one. I'm telling you, I got me a glass of wine. I'm like, not wine, you know what I mean, my pure heavens or whatever. I celebrated it. I'm like, wow. And that motivated me. I said, look, even when I was sick, I nailed it. How much more when I'm okay? I've got to nail it. And I did. So it motivated me, guys. Celebrate small wins. Celebrate that. It's good. This keeps morale high and builds momentum towards achieving larger milestones. So when it was time to write that dissertation, 10,000, you had to interview people. You had to transcribe. Oh, my days. Boy, was it tedious. But I didn't give up. Welcome, Kingsley. I see you. Power of determination and staying power. Yeah, staying in power. Yes. That was, you know, all of these things I didn't even know I was coming to share with you on Insight. So you can see, that's why I say I always bring it real. I like to be real with us. There's no point faking anything. If I can achieve, you can achieve, guys. That is the thing. I'm a hopeful person. I can hope for you if you need me to, but you have to step in at some point. Clement, I see you. So it helped build my morale, and it helps to build momentum towards achieving other larger milestones. I'll tell you what the next is. Even the writing of the book, a whole lot of things. When you set the goals, you know, hey, people, I don't know what else to say, but let me just finish this so that I can bring us in and we'll talk some more about this. Stay accountable. Guys, you need to stay accountable. Share your goals with a trusted friend, mentor, or a coach. Accountability partners, they will provide encouragement and constructive feedbacks. You know, I had to create, like, some of us had this group in class that will practice our counseling on one another, even outside of the class. You know, we'll give feedback, constructive feedbacks, and say, oh, Fumi, you didn't, you're not mindful of this, there was a theme you missed, and all of that. And we got better. We're encouraging one another, we're accountable to one another, and we helped each other. Everybody's graduated now, and I'm grateful. So guys, if you're out there, you know yourself, thank you so much for being there, supporting one another. Again, learn from setbacks. Learn from setbacks. Setbacks are inevitable. Sometimes they do come, but they're not the end. Imagine the one I just shared. I was that first phase COVID knocked me out. I took 3 weeks off of work to move house. I didn't know. I took 3 weeks off of work to be ill with COVID. For that 3 weeks, boy, I didn't know where I was. A lot happened, and then I had this assignment I had to do and submit, deadline and all of that. So there were setbacks, yeah, but I didn't allow it to be the end. I would have just written my lecturer to say, you know what, I'm sick, I'm not feeling well, COVID has knocked me out, maybe I need extenuation or something. But I just said no. 2 days I didn't sleep. I wasn't even sleeping anyways, because the medication I was taking, insomnia, I wasn't sleeping. My head was almost banging, and now imagine I have to study, do this research, read these references and all of that. Oh my God, I honestly didn't know how I pulled through, but God was with me, really. So treat them as opportunities to learn and improve. Resilience is key to long-term success. It was 3 years, it felt like 30 years. But at the end, the 3 years came and gone, and I could say proudly I have succeeded in that. So setbacks will come, but don't let it be the end for you. Again, avoid distractions. Identify what might pull you away from your goals and create strategies to minimize these distractions. For example, limit time on social media if it interferes with your productivity. Mine, it wasn't really a distraction, it was more of a sacrifice, because I had to let go of my job in my final year just to face that. So you need to identify what will be in your way of achieving that thing. Sometimes it could be sacrificial distraction, so to say. So you have to decide what you want to do. Do you want to put this on hold for now so you can achieve this? Or do you want to cut down on the hours on this so you can achieve this? So it's up to you, really, but be mindful of that. Again, the transformative power of goals. Goals don't just lead to achievements, they transform who you are. I know without a shadow of that, I've grown. I have more confidence, I have more self-esteem. All of those high morale and all of that, I can testify to it. So as you work towards your goals, you become more disciplined. Oh my goodness, timekeeping, confidentiality with clients, a lot of things I had to learn. Resourcefulness, I volunteer with a company, just to give of my time every week. I still do this as well. So there's a whole lot that comes with the power of setting goals, that transformative power. I become more resourceful and resilient. Every step you take builds character and shapes you in the person you aspire to be. Now I can boldly say, if you go on my website for Lighthouse Counseling Services, whether you're a Christian, bring it on. As a client, whether you're non-Christian, bring it on. I'm ready for you. So in my closing thought, I just want to say, goals are the building blocks of meaningful life. They give us direction, they give us purpose and a sense of accomplishment. Dawuduna, I see you. So whether aspirations are big or small, personal or professional, the key is to dream boldly, plan effectively, and act consistently and committedly. If I can put that in. And remember, the journey towards your goal is just as important as the destination. Success is the destination. So embrace the process, celebrate process or progress, and never stop striving for the life you envisioned. Guys, that is the end of my talk today. One question I just want to ask you: can we have success without goals? Can we have success without goals? Thank you, guys. Let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Mole ball gang, I see you. TJ, I'm just seeing you now. I just finished my talk. Where have you been? I hope you're good, bro. Yes, guys, that is my talk on goals. I hope it's helped one or two people out there. The question today is just, can we have success without goals? Really, can we have success without setting goals? This is my question. You might want to start with this, or you might have other bits as you've been listening. Maybe there's some other bits I didn't mention you want to share with us. Please feel free, because we're here to learn so we can have a better life. Guys, do me a favor, send your request today. Let me bring us into the box and we'll talk some more about this. Because it's always not, I don't want to be the only one talking. Let's share, let's rub minds together, help one another some more, and help people out there, especially those peeping from the FY page. We see you. So send an invite. Let's talk some more about this topic, goals. Goals. I'm gonna bring us up in no particular order. Let's hear, what is your say about this? Do you think we can have success without goals? Do you think we can have success without goals? I want us to talk briefly about this or some more, and then I will bring my puzzle at some point so that we can have a winner today. We didn't have a winner last week, guys, so hopefully today we'll have a winner. Oh no. Yes, let's see. Good evening. Welcome everyone. I see some people are still running. I hope that the what is it called, internet would do with today. I see you. Oh, what happened?
Good evening. How are you?
Made TM1. Good evening to you. How are you too? Thank you for joining us today. Are you?
I'm perfect. In yourself?
I'm good. We thank God. This is the day the Lord has made. We have to rejoice and be glad in it.
Sorry, can you hear me?
I can, yeah. Can you hear me as well?
Okay, perfect. I'm just joining.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm just joining, but I would love to take part in the discussion.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been talking for almost, the last
What's
time
the
about
topic?
goals. Did you hear any aspect of the talk at all? Yeah, I can see now the bar.
No.
Okay, you didn't. Yeah, it's okay. We're talking about goals, really. How to set our goals, how to achieve them. And the year is gradually coming to an end. Have you set a goal at the beginning of this year? Were you able to achieve it or achieve them? And if not, why did you feel you were not able to achieve them? Or did you achieve them? What did you have to do? What did you have to sacrifice? What effort did you have to put into achieving those goals? If you care to share with us here on Insight today, it'd be nice. So you can think about it, but you can also start with the one question that I have for us today. Can we have success without goals? What is your take about this? So it's up to you where you want to start from. But if you're not ready, if you're still gathering your thoughts, I can come to Olumi 1 because I see you've been commenting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe somebody else can start for us so that you can gather your thoughts. Thank you, Lady.
No, I'm here.
FunmiRoyal.
I can take that question. Take that question.
Okay, Olumi 1, please just a moment. So let's take May TM1, her submissions about the topic goals. So you can unmute and let's hear you, please. May TM1, let's hear you. You're muted. Haba is showing 1.
All right. Sorry, guys, for my poor network, but I've heard your question. I personally believe that we cannot succeed when we don't have goals. Okay. We cannot succeed when we don't have goals. Goals, they're actually working as a push factor.
Okay.
If you prioritize your goals, I think you can succeed. That's all I can say.
All right, thank you. So that is Lady submission. You need goals so that you can succeed. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. I know 8:13. Yeah, if you can type, I can read it out. No, have mic. Okay, it's all right then. 8:13. Thank you for always joining and supporting. I really. So I'm gonna come to you, Olumi 1. Thanks for joining. Is it your first time here on Insight?
It's my first time joining you live yesterday.
Wow, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. So I mean, I see you were engaging, when I was giving the talk. So I'm sure you have a lot to share with us as well. So please feel free to share with us.
Well, I would say I really connect with most of the things you say in terms of, you know, goal setting and pursuing your dream, because I feel it takes, I think the bottom line of everything is intentionality, because the truth is that that's what will keep you going when everything seems very difficult, when it feels like, oh my god, can I really do this? When you get to that crossroad, is that intentionality about the fact that I have chosen to do this. I know it's not gonna be easy. I know it's gonna be hard. I know the power of that determination too, because I'm a mom myself whilst acquiring the degree,
Oh
and it
yeah.
can be quite challenging.
Oh dear. Tell me about it.
It's full on, and you feel like, oh my god, what did I get myself into?
I know.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. You be like, oh my days. But the fact that you're intentional about your growth,
Yeah.
that keeps you going. It propels you.
Mm-hmm.
When you feel like, no, this is it. That's what propels you. And with your question that you asked that, can you actually achieve without a goal? I think the chances of that is very slim. The chances of it is very slim, because your goal is what gives you perspective. It gives you perspective to because however little your aim, your visions are, if there are no perspective, if there are no structure, if there's no goal set to it, sometimes it can be, you get disorientated, more like, because you get confused. You don't know what has been achieved. You don't know what is attainable, even yourself. You don't know what's attainable for you, because there is no goal set.
Yeah.
So the goal puts things into perspective. It helps gives you structure. It helps you measure. You're talking about smart goals earlier. It gives you, it helps you measure at the same time, because then you know that, okay, I've been able to do this today. I've been able to do A, B, C. Okay, D, it puts things into the right concept and the right order as they should go. So I understand the fact that, yes, sometimes it might feel, well, some people are very good, and I know generally in life there are some things that we can just achieve, like they say, we just wing it. Yeah, some things are achievable that way, but if you're talking about achieving goals that can make difference, goals that are meaningful, you need to be intentional about it. You need to have structure. You need to write it down. You talked about earlier writing things down. I'm a big fan on journaling, and I know I can. In fact, when you're talking about, when you found some things that you wrote down earlier, I can just see your face, because it's happened to me most of the time. And
Wow.
you'd be like, oh my God, did I really write this down? And that was why I said, I wrote what I wrote, that it's uncanny to see how our subconscious already is, channeling us into what is achievable in the future,
Yeah. Yeah.
even with others knowing, unbeknown to us. Already our subconscious suggesting it to us. And if you don't journal it down, you'd never know
You won't
how you've
forget.
been, channeled in that direction right from the get-go, from the beginning. Do you understand? So it's amazing to now see, come back to those things and begin to see that, oh my God, you've always been in line, in line with that vision, and that possibility in the future, that you were not even aware of it, but already it has been signed and certified from the get-go.
I know. Okay. Oh wow. Thank you. Honestly, it was surreal. I'm like, really? How? When? How? I was like, I read the book inside, and then again I saw Lighthouse Counseling. I'm like, in my wildest dream would I think So yeah,
Exactly.
I love what you said. It is aligned with your destiny, your purpose. And you have to be focused. That's why we can't just wander aimlessly with other people's goals. We need to know what we are made of. We need to know what is relevant to us. Otherwise, sometimes, when people chase and they feel unaccomplished, ask yourself, what exactly are you chasing? Is it what God has for you that you're chasing? Is it what you're passionate about you're chasing? Because some people, they'll hear, there's money in this business, they'll go into it. Oh, there's this in this business, they will go into it. And then they'll go into it, they will put money, they will not get returns. They will waste time, energy, everything, and they're like, oh, this is not for me. How long do you want to keep doing that? Why not sit down and make a plan? Sit down as you are seated right now. If you brought out the pen and paper, what do you have readily available? Because I do counseling, like I said, I'm like, I need to take this to a next level. Going back to school degree, it's been a while, this and that. But I knew that this is me. What else would I be doing? So I have the talent, I have the skills, I have all of that. I'm doing it anyways in the Christian world. Why can't I do the secular and combine that so I can have more people, more clients I can help? So it was guys, you need to be intentional. Just like Olumi once said, you have to be intentional. Thank you so much once again for I'm coming to, is it Daylight Prop? Is it Daylight Prop? I hope I didn't call it wrongly.
No, it's okay. Delight property.
Oh, Delight Property. Oh dear, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's not showing the full thing, so that's all I could see on my screen.
No,
Thank you
that's
so
fine.
much for joining us on Insight today. I don't know if you heard part of my talk or if you want to attempt the question, can we have success without goals? So I don't know which angle you want to bring it today, or what's your own take about these goals we're talking about, really? Let's hear from you.
No, thank you very much. I actually just came across your your live this evening. This is my first time here.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I heard a little bit about what you had to say before the last speaker came up. I think the idea of goal is just, we can't overemphasize the idea behind writing goals down. I believe the Bible says, write your goals and make it plain.
Yeah.
And I think as African, or we were brought up to almost wing it, pray and believe, and something would happen.
Yeah.
But I think the idea of being intentional is just so surreal, because sometimes when you don't write things down, how do you measure how you're doing or how far you've gone?
Yeah.
And I think, again, being an African descent, we often get, rejected or broken down from our parents from a very young age if you do something wrong or you fail at something. But even the Bible encourages the idea of trying. Sometimes you might try and not necessarily get it, but at least try over and over and over again, and it's when you write them down that you're able to measure. And as a woman, like you said, it's really, really difficult to go through life without, having a plan. Plan is so important. We're mothers, we're sisters, we're wives, and we contribute so much to society as a whole. And where things are not written down, I don't really know how people do it. And sometimes when you write them down, you're able to actually go back, like you said, and look and ask yourself, how did I get here? I don't believe in people writing New Year goal, personally. I believe, like my grandmother used to say when I was younger, any day you wake up and you decide that this is what I want to do with my life, or this is the channel I want to follow, be intentional, like you said. And from that moment on, start to, even if it's, well, they say the 1,000 steps starts with 1,000 journey or steps starts with one single one. Yeah. There's so many things that are achievable, but they're only achievable when you have something that you're keeping your eyes on. So, for example, it might be that if I use my own field, for example, it might be that you come and you say to yourself, actually, I want to buy a 3-bedroom or a 4-bedroom house property for my family. and it looks like a goal that's almost impossible for some people because you're telling yourself, how can I save that money between my husband and I? Or some people will say they're single, therefore it's very hard. Well, nothing is impossible with God, right?
Exactly.
But most of the time, because we don't write it down, we scare ourselves so much. But where it is written down, we can then say, okay, even if I cannot afford to put £500 away every month, I can afford to do £200 or £300 or £100, or incrementally, if you wanted to grow slowly, you might say, okay, let me start with 100. I remember I bought my first car from tiny savings from my job when I was much younger. And at the time, I wouldn't have thought I could save that much money. But I remember my dad made me, or convinced me, that I should bring my pay slip. And he told me that, can you see the amount you get paid? Yet, can you see the amount that has hit your account? It's not everything you get paid hits your account, but because the taxman has taken some of the money away. In the same way, learn how to tax yourself, So because he set those goals for me, or encouraged me to set those goals for myself, I did that as a younger person. But the older I got, the more I started to grow, or started to use that to plan other areas of my life, which helped me in terms of work, in terms of family, and so many other things. So I just really want to encourage everyone, again, that even if it looks scary, it's good to write something down. And even if you don't achieve it, you might have a to-do list. If you don't achieve everything on that to-do list, maybe today or tomorrow, just keep chipping at it slowly and it will get better.
Oh, thank you. Those nuggets, honestly, because sometimes we get so overwhelmed. I don't want to say we're ambitious or something. It's good to set goals. It's good to even set high goals because you know yourself, you know your worth, and you know where you're going. But that high goal, you might just need to break it down until you achieve them. Every step of the way, make sure you achieve, and it will get you to that high goal. So don't get overwhelmed, don't get burnt out, because when you set it, just like she said, oh, is this possible? You just leave that. I don't think that's for us. So, don't just give up. As long as you dream it, as long as you desire it, what steps are you taking to achieving it? Start a baby step. Say every drop of water, little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. Just even start, even if it's £5, you know why you're putting that £5 away. And then after, say, I can actually do £50. You see, there you go. And I mean, houses for till eternity, you can always buy houses. Set deadlines if you have to. Just say, okay, maybe 5 years, and be realistic with your setting of time or goal. I mean, setting of time, so that you don't get so overwhelmed. And don't say, 5 years, your house is waiting for you. So it's up to you to save and get it. Your car is waiting for you. Whatever it is waiting for you to come and get it. So do not give up, even when it's tough, or it appears to be tough. It seems like, can I achieve this? Is this possible? Nobody in my family has ever achieved this, so therefore, why am I trying? Don't be negative. Don't be negative. You set the pace when others will come and follow your high achieving pace. So don't give up on yourself. So thank you so much for that contribution. I'm going to come to Man Like. I can only see Man Like on my screen. Man Like, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
You're welcome to Insight. Is it your first time today as well?
Yeah, this is my first time.
I have a lot of newbies today. Thank you guys for coming here, and I hope it's been insightful, as the name implies. And that's why I always bring people up to share their own experience about the topic, because it's always good to rub minds together. Let's learn from one another, and that way we will create a better world, It's good to be hopeful. Thank you so much. So what's your take? After I've given my talk, I always ask 1 or 2 questions. And my question today is, can we have success without goals? What do you reckon? You can start with that, or you can, tell us goals, whatever comes to mind, really.
Okay. I don't think you can success if you don't have any goals, because it's just like someone who's just driving and you have no direction of where you want to go, or you don't know what you want to do. You're just going on the wrong paths without no goals in mind. So I think I think if you don't want to write it down, I think you should have something in your head or your mind that this is what I want. If it's not going to work today, it's going to work tomorrow. So just putting in work and involving God in any step you take and seeking for the right path and not be there when you're not supposed to be there and be where you're supposed to be at the right time. I think that's going to be better.
Okay, thank you. So I think quite a number of us agree that we need to write things down because life happens. Your mind goes, wanders, do this, do that, and then you're not specific about the goals in your. Sometimes you even forget some things you thought to do. So when you write it down, it's a constant reminder of. So you don't even miss out on achieving any goal because you've written them down. Because sometimes, like I say, your mind is preoccupied with a number of things. You're juggling fatherhood with that business, with this, and yet you're thinking, I really would love to do this. You just find out that for the next 2 years, you're just thinking. But when you write it down, be like, when would I achieve this? So it helps really when you journal things or write things down. It does help for you to pursue them. So thank you so much for your contribution.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And thanks for coming by your first time today. I really appreciate you stopping by here. And I do this every Monday, 8 p.m. UK time. We talk general talks like goals. Last week, what was it? Attitude. It was quite an interesting one. And then I come again on Thursdays just for all the newbies here. I come again on Thursdays, 8 p.m. UK time. And this time around, I talk about marriage relationship. I mean, how to enjoy our marriages, not endure our marriages. So if you're in a relationship, you're aspiring to get married, you're thinking about marriage, you're already married, please don't miss Thursdays. Always make sure you're here and invite other friends as well to be part of the talk. So I'm coming to Shannon T. How are you today? I hope you're good. Shannon?
So much.
You're welcome.
Everyone, good evening.
Good evening.
Good night. Is it a night time?
No. Day, whichever one. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I was thinking if you want to succeed, I think you have to plan what you want to do. Maybe you want to do some course, or you want to maybe there's different lot of courses you can do to upgrade yourself. Just think what you like to do, because if you just choose the course because you want to succeed, it's not gonna go well. So I would say choose your hobby, what you love to do, so that you can do the courses. Or you want to go to the college, that's fine as well. Like people say, maybe I'm a bit grown up, I can't go to college. You can still make it even if you have kids. There's no time,
Yeah,
you can't say, no, I'm old now, I can't go to school. And so
there's a will, there's a way. Yes.
Yeah. So you can still make it even if you have 3, you have 4 children, doesn't matter. You can still do something that can upgrade yourself, like, maybe go to college, or you want to do something that will benefit you in future, so that you can know your goals and your direction where you want to, help yourself with. Because if you keep thinking and keep telling yourself, I want to be, I want to succeed, I want to do this, but if we are not making any actions, there's nothing that you can do. You just keep talking. If we are making plans, writing down, or if you want to apply for another job, we are applying for another job. You're applying for going to college, or you're doing other courses that you are interested in. Do something. Don't just sit down and do nothing. Just thinking, I wish I can do this.
You fantasize, you dream, imagine.
Yeah. I'm dreaming big.
But how success will come.
That's what I say, like faith without action is dead. So you have to do something, so that you can't expect to get a job or get something while you are not doing anything really. You have to pray while you do something. Yes. If you mix two both, then it can work. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Shannon. I remember, see, you even put the effort and see what will come out. I remember years ago when I was looking for a job, I was just applying everywhere, applying. And then the ones I was applying to, they were just saying, unfortunately, sorry, unfortunately. I'm like, and then this company, I can't even remember I applied to them. They just called me. They're like, is this for me? I said, yes. They said, are you still looking for work? I said, yes. They said, when can you start? I said, yesterday.
Wow.
I said, yesterday. Then I'm like, so when they finished talking over the phone, I heard the company name. I had to go and check all the application. I can't find it. I couldn't
Yeah,
find
because
it.
you apply many companies, bless you.
So I
It's not
looked at
easy. It needs patience as well, because sometimes you end up giving up. Says, what's happening? No.
And I tell you, that was the company I had to write. I worked with them for 8.5 years. But till today, I know I didn't apply to them specifically. Till they called me, come for interview, do this and all of that. I'm like, how did they get my CV? I can't, this company is not in all the lists I've seen, you know? So you put in the effort and let God crown it. You never can tell. But at least my CV was out there, really. Mass, it was out there. And the ones me I was chasing after, none of them came through. And the one I was not even chasing came through, but I needed a job and I got it eventually. So, guys, just take that one step. If you had to redo your CV, if you had to go back to that college, like she said, if you had to just do a refresher course and redo your CV, or if you had to even go and volunteer somewhere, because you're passionate about it and you're scared going to college, just even go and volunteer and see how it is like. Maybe that can motivate you. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, guys. So thank you so much. I'm coming to Vicky Va. I can't say the full name, so I'll just stick with Vicky. Vicky, how are you? Welcome to Insight. I hope you're good. Thank you for liking the live, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm okay, trying to be good.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. So I don't know what your take is about these goals we're talking about. Can we have success without goals? And when you talk about goals, what comes to your mind? Did you set goals at the beginning of the year? Were you able to achieve them? Please talk to us.
Yeah, so there is no success without goals. You should first of all have a goals before making success.
Okay.
If you don't have a goal, what are you succeeding in?
I wonder.
Yes, it's almost looking like a plan.
Yeah.
You plan to do something and you succeed at the end. So you have a goal and then you meet up with that goal. It can be schooling, it can be building a house, it can be finding a job.
Yeah.
Anything in this life, there must be a pre-plan to that thing that you want to do.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
And because you plan, you focus. Because you plan, you focus. The Bible says, God said we should commit our ways unto Him, and He will direct our path.
Thank you. Thank you for
So
that.
because you plan, you focus, you commit it unto God, definitely He's not a God that can lie. He will direct your path to be successful in that area.
Yeah.
So I believe there should be a goal before you can succeed. If there is no goal, you will just be doing things randomly.
I
You will
know.
jump into this, leave this and jump into that, leave that and jump into the other one because you don't have a plan. You don't have a goal set that I must first of all tackle this and do it to see the end of it. So before you succeed, for me, there must be a goal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for that. There has to be a goal in order for us to succeed. I think the early part of my talk, I was talking about people setting goals aimlessly. They go here, oh, this is what is happening. Okay, I will do it. Here, I will do it. That, I will do it. How do you want to live life like that? What relevance have it got to do with you? It's not everything you dabble into. It's not everything you have to do. But you have to know yourself to start with. If you don't know yourself, you just be doing everything. What is it? They say, jack of all trade, master of none.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
So it's very crucial, it's very important. It doesn't have to be something huge so that people will know, this person has set goals. It could be small, small
Yeah.
goals that you need to achieve in
Yeah.
your lifetime. And then if you set small goals, you're achieving them, it gives you that boost to, set even a higher one. You achieve it, it
Yes.
sets even a higher one. And you find out that the sky is not even your beginning, so to say. They say the sky is the limit. No, it's not even your start point. You can go as far as you are determined to go. So again, that intentionality will come in play. Don't just wander aimlessly and expecting success. Because when you have a goal, you're working towards it, you're committed to it, you're focused, you're sacrificing towards it, then eventually success will come. Sometimes when you're pursuing that goal, you may fail, you will fall, but you will rise up again and carry on. Don't give up. Don't give up. Carry on so that that success will be yours. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vicky. So I think that's about everyone in the box, but I don't know. It's just dropping some people, which I know them. They want to say one or two things. Let me see, Benita, if you can come up. Faith in Action. I don't know if you're ready. You can send me a request so that I can bring you up. Benita says challenges plus challenges. Yeah, no matter, there's nothing that comes easy. Challenges will come, but you have to be more determined that nothing will stop you from getting to that success bus stop. You must get there. Benita, thanks for joining us. I hope you're good. Welcome to Insight. We've been talking about goals. I don't know how much of it you heard. What is your contribution? Can we have success without goals? A lot of people have been saying, I don't think we can have success without goals, because what do you want to succeed at? So, but we don't know what your take is, or if you have any nuggets you want to help us set our goals, achieving them, please feel free to share with us.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I just joined now, so I haven't been hearing anything.
Okay.
I think for success, we need to set goals. Like, just like daily, you have like a to-do list. So if you can have a to-do list for just a day, what you would want to achieve by the end of the year or a certain period of time, you'd need to also have a to-do list, just like a goal, towards achieving that, and commitment as well. And they would also meet like negative and positive challenges along the line. But because of the commitment towards achieving that goal, I think if you keep pushing, you'd definitely achieve what you've set your mind to achieve. So that's just my take on it.
All right, thank you. Commitment, you have to be committed, because nobody will come and achieve your goals for you. You have to be committed to it. And when that success comes, hey, you can share with other people, because they will see your success story. You can share with them how you started, how rough it was, how tough it was, how you had to sacrifice, everything you did to get to that place of success. That's why when you see people succeeding in the society, they have a story. It's not always easy, but they were so determined that they were going to be successful. And that's why you can see them succeeding. So what is your take as well? Are you planning to succeed? Are you doing things that would even help you to succeed? Or you're just dabbling into every bit of life, personally, professionally? You don't even know what you're good at. You're just doing it because they say there's money there, and then you don't feel fulfilled. There's a whole lot to consider. But at the end of the day, whatever goals you set, you know that you have to achieve them. Whether you're lazy, you're lackadaisical, you are procrastinating or whatever, those are not the tools that will lead you to success. You have to do better. Sometimes you might even have to do some things to be more disciplined. Some people, it could be, this year I want to keep to time. This is my goal for this year. Everything I have to do, I need to keep to time. Some people, if they are not, they say they are fashionably late. I'm like, what is so called? You're late, you're late. Admit you're late. They say, no, no, we're fashionably late. Hello? What time are you meant to be there? 4 p.m. What time do you call this? It's only 4:50. Hi. So you have to do better. Set goals. If you're the type that you sleep, set alarm twice if you have to, so that you get up in time, get ready, and get to wherever in good time. And at the end of the year, you can think, wow, this year I've been on time. This year I set that goal to be on time, and I've been on time. Wow, I can achieve this. As simple as that is, it is a goal and it can be achieved. Small changes goes a long way. Yes, it does. You want to lose the weight. What are you doing? You see, eat 4 meals a day. I don't know how you intend to lose that weight. A lot of things you have to put into it. What kind of body you have, what kind of structure of body you have. Now we're hearing intermittent fasting. Yeah, do you know how you will do yours that it will work for you? There's a whole lot. Maybe you have to cut down on some certain diet and take on some certain nutrients in some food. A lot of things you have to find out. But if you just sit and say, for me, I've set this goal, you go and work on it. Even if I try, and come and say, I've prepared you, this is what you do, these are steps you need to take, But then, and you're so lazy, you're not doing it. How are you going to achieve? So there's only so much other people can contribute or can do for you. You have to be the sole person achieving that goal, chasing that goal, committing to that goal. So thank you so much for your contribution, Benita. Mrs. Williams, I take it this one you sent an invite. You can actually talk briefly where you are. Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
You're
Good
welcome.
evening. Oh, on FunmiRoyal.
Yay.
Wow.
Yay.
Well done. Well done. I've been listening and I've been enjoying myself. Even though I can't talk, I've been enjoying it. Thank you. I just like, okay, let me come up to say hello, because most of the time I can't talk. I'll just be driving and stuff like that. So well done. You did a lot of justice to the topic tonight, so it's amazing.
Thank you, ma'am.
And so you make me laugh as well.
Oh.
So, and then what I just want to contribute, I know people have said a lot of things, is that I think you mentioned it yesterday when you were talking, that we should not forget when we are setting our goals to also remember to pray
Yeah.
about it. And then I believe God-given goals, when you set your goals and we give it to God, it makes things work easier for us. And then people may be thinking, how did we do it? Even in terms of, let's look into this economy now. A lot is going on, and the people will be asking, oh, you guys not feeling it? A lot is going on. How do you do it? How do you go about it? But as a child of God, we know that He is our own helper. And what I want to say again, I know it's good to set goals. Like I said yesterday, that when we set goals, we should be careful people we share our goals with, because not everyone. But I want to add this, that please, if you're here and then you set goals since January, it's normal. Some people will say, oh, every year some people are used to, oh, new year, new resolution. That English, we've been hearing it for so many years. New Year's, new resolution, new year, new. So, and then this is November, you're thinking, I haven't achieved it. What is wrong with me? After all, I prayed. After all, I got a new mentor. I set up, I re-strategized. I did something different from what I did 2 years ago. So I haven't achieved all my goal. Please don't worry. Calm down. You set the goal. Yeah. You pray about the goals. Yeah, we know. You make it clear fine. You pasted it all over your room, your wardrobe, your bathroom. Yeah, we know you did that. It's not that you are not you didn't do what you meant to do. And don't let us because of that be too hard on ourselves. This is just November 20, I think 25th. Oh, sorry, let me check the date.
25th, yeah.
25th. And we still have a whole month to go. Yes, a month, few days. We don't know. Anything can happen. I've had a lot of testimony that some people, even there was one in our church. This lady received a indefinite on 31st of December. So look at that. She may think all is lost. She was, she received it before coming to church for 31st. In that case, she might have been praying since January, February, nothing happened, March, and it's one of the goals that she said, she prayed, she submitted all the documents. How immigration could be in this part of the world. Do you want to say that, yes, God did, yes, that God all by himself, exactly, that please don't be hard on yourself. God is still in the business of doing things in his own way at his own time, and you will definitely testify. You may not be a Christian, you may be a Muslim, you may not even have any religion, but you set the goal, you did absolutely what you meant to do, but things are not working the way you think it is. What do you need to do? Just do what? Breathe in, breathe out. Bless God for what, if you're a Christian, bless God for what you did not ask for and he did for you. Number one, you're still breathing. And if you're still alive, you will still achieve more than that goal that you set. Because we still have 2025. 2024 is not the end of the year of your life. You still have, if you are 50, you still have 60 years more. If you are 40, you still have 80 years more. If God tarries, Jesus tarries. So if you're 30, you still have a long years, So don't be too harsh, don't be too bitter about it. Celebrate people around you that are achieving their goals. Celebrate others, be happy for them. And then also try to review your goals. Sit back, meditate, think. Not too much of thinking where you go into depression. Let's go back into our board. Let's look at what we have said before, because I'm trying to go in another way. I'm sorry if I'm taking our time.
It's fine. It's fine.
Let's go back and said, okay, is my goal achievable? Is it like we said yesterday that some people set a goal of 50 million pounds, 50,000 pounds, and your salary is just 800 pounds per month, and then you started screaming at God, jumping from one mountain to the other. Rebo Sakataya, God of wonder, God of the mountain of my forefather, God of the no. Yeah, God is God of miracle. He can do it. Yeah, but like I tell people, God is not a magician. He's a miracle worker. Yeah, he can use people to bless you, but let's try and set a realistic goal, achievable goals, and then that's okay. This is something that, you want to do a business that require properties, and you said, no, I'm not going to rent. I just want to start buying straight off. Hello, ma'am, sir. Look into renting first. Now you've seen that you cannot buy. You've prayed, you've bind, you've cast. All the village people that are so busy, they don't have time for you. They have their own problem that their village people are facing because in their own community, they want to pull down all where they are doing their markets. So they too, they're begging government up and down. So, and you think they're on your case. No, devil too is busy running up and down, looking for, your own case. He has no No time for your own case. So we just need to look at, okay, now I've tried. I want to buy 5 property in this 1 year. And you know yourself, your credit score itself cannot get 1,000 card.
Thank you for the
So
hard work.
now you need to go and look into your experience. Maybe you need to register with them, or you need to go for a cheap credit check that for free, build your credit score, rent a property, start your business. You just need 1 month rent, 1 month deposit. Start the business with the little one you have. Then as the business is growing, then maybe in the nearest future, you can now go into your own property. You can start buying your own property. That is still okay. But don't think, that is not the will of God for me. The Holy Spirit, we sat together, we talk about it. Holy Spirit said He's going to give me 10 property within 1 year. We bless God for the Holy Spirit. But did you listen properly? Because sometimes we intend to turn ourselves to the Spirit of God, speaking to ourselves, because we're trying to tell ourselves what we want to hear, and we're saying it's God that is speaking to us. So now, no, your own is not about property. Maybe your own is about starting a business. Then you have just 50,000 naira. Then because you want to be long, you now join a friend that, we need to buy this ashwebi, blah blah blah. Instead of you to start with your 50,000 naira, you went to use it to buy ashwebi 20,000. You sold for 10,000. You go for party and spend 10,000 naira. You pass your boundary. Then you now go to the party with your friends. Then you blow your 50,000. You started rekataba, rekobo, every agbano in my life. There is no agbano somewhere. You are the agbano of your life, and I don't think I'm sorry for English, my Japanese language. You are the problem of yourself. You need to know. Okay, friends, I don't think I can go with your ashwebi. People know me, both here and abroad. I don't do it. I don't do ashwebi. They know. I'd rather not come to you. I'll ask you, can I come with my own clothes? If you allow me, I'll come. But me going no, we must prioritize exactly. So then start that business with that 20,000 or 50,000 naira. Don't be ashamed.
Yeah.
Grow that business. Maybe you are one of the people that you don't believe in setting up. You don't believe in building business. You just want to set up. Please, I want to beg you, look into, building. When you build, it's better than if anyone give you 50,000 pounds to set up, and they set up the business for you. If you lack business ideas, you're going to mess up with the business. But if you build from like 1,000, 2,000, and then you build it gradually, you'll be able to help others in building as well. And then, so that's what I'm saying. It's not too late. The remaining days of this year, sit back, go and get your board. It's £1 shop. If you are not living in UK, look for another. You can buy a slate that people are using in Nigeria. Akpoti will buy shock. Write it. If you don't have pen and paper, I'm just saying that so that we can, relax our this thing. Write it and said okay. And all of us here that we're writing iPhone 82, iPhone 52, you're still deceiving yourself. Use that one door that you are holding. Research, Google how to, I want to sell hair. Google it. How can I start selling here? So then start Google. Stop using the phone to do Google, like liberalization. Google how much is Sister Funmi hair? Use that phone, all the phone you are carrying around that we are moving around with, we can use it to research. And you will start selling here without your money. You will order it, they will send it to the person. You take meanwhile the person the customer has paid. You take your own gain and they will deliver to the person's house without you doing nothing. Yeah, TikTok. Most of us come on TikTok app. The only thing is jumping from one box to another, looking for where. Excuse me, you're wasting your life. You're wasting your time. Use that opportunity. Go on that TikTok shop. Do something, put it there, buy it, Sell it there. You don't need money, capital. There's a lot of things. Then when you make little money, don't now make that coins. Then start go and be buying crocodile, salad. You want to show off to some people that are using their credit card online. You are a case. You need to be studied. So don't do that. Get the coins, then you can now start physical business yourself. So especially people in Africa, when you see all those coins, $10, $15, $20, change it to naira. It's something that you can use to start doing something. Then you want to be a counseling. You see Sister FunmiRoyal here. Instead of you to ask, just inbox her, says, I want to start this counseling. How can I go about it? She's been sharing her life story. Nothing, what she's been saying since is true because I know her very well. You know what? You didn't do that. The only thing is, hey sis, I love your hair. I love the jumper. Your sister know mine. Oh. After wearing it, madam, just send it to me. Is that your problem right now? Your 10 goals are not yet achieved. You are checking people's hair. May God help us. So please, let's look for people that are doing what we are doing, that we can ask questions from, that will lead to our road, lead to the, show us to the road to our own success. And don't be ashamed to ask questions. Once it's something that you want to do, let's ask questions. The worst scenario, they will laugh at you. There is nothing wrong in asking questions. If they laugh at you, never mind, in the box and say, she doesn't know how to Google. That is their problem. When you go off, if you are not comfortable with the way they talk in that box, look for another place where you can learn something like what Sister Funmi is doing. So then we strategize about, then set, and some people, you ask them, where's your goal? They're showing you 20 goals. Why? 20 goals. That means at the end of the day, you are repeating yourself in that goals. If it's 5, set it, pray about it. And if you achieve the number 1, celebrate yourself, take yourself out. People, where are you going, Sister Benita? Oh, I have a date. Date with you, date with myself. Go to restaurant, order food, take a picture of yourself, eat your food, go home. Asking you what happened. I celebrate myself. Be proud of yourself. Celebrate that one that you achieved. That one is gone. Then think about the second one. If you see that it's too tight, seek for advice. Yeah. Never ever be ashamed to celebrate the little achievement. So please. So please, let's be focused. Don't let us lose focus in what we are doing, and don't be too much beat yourself up that, oh, I haven't achieved it. If you don't achieve it in 2024, who says you cannot rewrite it again in 2025? And we pray over it. Be focused. If you need to change your friend, this year I made a big decision. I was saying it yesterday on my live stream that even if people ask of them from me now, I don't know, I have to breathe in to give them an answer because people will be shocked. Yeah. Any circle that you are that is not beneficial, it's not worth it. Please, you put yourself in there, exit the building. Nobody is talking you there. Yeah. I end some friendship of so many years this year. Because if you are my friend, if we're together, if I cannot tell you what I am, it's pathetic that a lot is going on now. But you need to be careful. Yeah. If you know that the circle you have, first year, second year, 5 years, 10 years, nothing you are not achieving. Even you help them to achieve their own goal, but out of 5 of your goal, you never achieve one. They can see you are struggling. They are not helping. The only thing is which shoe, which bag, which wig, all those things. And our age is going. But you sat them down, tell them this is what we need to do. They're not looking into your own direction. Excuse me, it's not only one direction like all these musicians. We have so many directions. I beg, pack your bag and follow another direction. And you will see, at the end of the day, the Lord will bless the work. Be focused, and please, please, never let us take look at other people's wash time, your own time. The Bible says there is time for everything. The book of Ecclesiastes. It's so beautiful book. Go and read it. There is time for. If FunmiRoyal is making it today, I will bless the Lord for her life. That is her time. My own time is coming. Don't drag yourself. Don't push yourself too much. And that is why when I'm doing marriage stuff, I tell people, your husband got you a blue shoe of £10 from Primark. Instead of you to say thank you, say, hey, everyone is wearing Zara. They are wearing Goshi and Bagana. They are wearing Dog and Gat. That is what he can afford. If it's that easy, you to go and work and use all your money for 5 weeks to go and buy dog and goat and wear it. Why the man need to go and stress his life? Why the woman? Let's be contented, be happy, be proud. Nobody asks you what you are wearing. You are the one telling them, oh, Sister Funmi, I like your jumper. No, this jumper, I bought it for £10. Nobody's asking you question. Oh, thank you, ma'am, thank you. So you're talking down on yourself. Don't talk down on yourself. Be happy about yourself. You are wonderfully and beautifully made, and the Lord will bless the work of your hand. 2025 is our year of more than enough in Jesus' name. The Lord will bless our work, will bless our home. Spiritually, we will continue to grow. Financially, we will be blessed. In fact, physically, we will be strong. Diseases will not struck us. In the mighty name of Jesus, we will be strong to hit the fruit of our doing. In Jesus' name, all our goals. In Jesus' name, if we don't achieve it this year, 2025, we will achieve them and we'll come back to testify to the glory of God. God bless you all and have a lovely year.
Oh, wow. See? Wisdom. Hey, Mrs. Williams, God bless you. I cannot begin to start, reiterating all that she have said. I think you've heard by yourself. You've heard, I hope you were taking notes, all those nuggets. She went back and forth, up, east, west, north, and south. Thank you so much. God bless you. Please always go to Tabitha Pro site every Sunday, 6 p.m. UK time. That's when she comes on live. And she's doing amazing things, transforming lives. I think, is it the next Sunday or the Sunday after? She's going to be attending to widows, only widows, like widows. Please tell us about your program.
Okay, thank you, my sister. Every Sunday, 6 p.m. we always do teachings, But in the next from December 1st, there will be no teaching. First Sunday in December, which is on the 1st, we're going to bless widows. We want, because every year that is what we do. We give them money to do shopping for Christmas. Yes, we say, oh, God is the husband to the widows, but they have to eat Christmas. We can't buy them a lot of stuff, but we want them to at least buy chicken and rice, cook concoction or jollof rice for their children on Christmas Day. So we're going to be blessing widows with money to shop for the Christmas. We did that last year, 2 years ago, so we're doing it this year as well. So on the 8th, we're going to be blessing people. We call them special people, maybe with any physical disability, or if you have any physical challenge. So we're going to bless them, give them money to do shoppings for Christmas as well. And then on the third Sunday, we're going to be blessing single mom or single dad. There's some men that refuse to remarry. We think we have only single mom. There's some single men that even women drop their children for and left them. And they're like, okay, I'm not doing nothing. I'm going to raise my kids by myself. If you're a single dad, we want to celebrate you. We're going to have our own DJ. We're going to dance. We're going to celebrate you. If you're a woman, you're a single mom, we'll give you token. Go for shopping, buy it before Christmas. Celebrate Christmas with your kids. Be happy. And I always tell them, when we give you the money, don't go and buy coins and be showing off. So please use it to eat. Because we do something every Sunday before this program. Every Sunday we do Operation Feed 5,000. So every Sunday we always give people money. Those that do not have anything to eat, we give them money every Sundays to do shopping. It's just need to at least to buy rice, gari, and beans every Sunday. But Christmas, we want to recognize those that like we recognize widows. If you are mine as well, that you lost your wife, then single mom, people with physical disabilities. Then the fourth Sunday, during the week before the fourth Sunday, that will be physical. They will go to motherless home to give them stuff as well, and then bless some people on the streets, like randomly. So then on the 22, I think before Christmas, we just comes together and celebrate God goodness in our lives. Then we'll go on holiday and come back January. Then we're back to Tabitha Pro side again. So thank you. If you know any widow or anyone struggling to buy something for this Christmas, please, you can ask them to go to my page and register. This is my backup, but they can go to my main page and they will see the program, the fall program. They let them register because we're going to pick from people that register. They must open their camera. We want to see because we want to give the money to the right people. So thank you very much and God bless you.
You can see not everybody that come on social media are here to waste people's time. People are here to sow into other people's lives, to be a blessing to other people. Thank you so much, Mrs. Williams. As you know other people, as you make them happy, as you cater and care for them, God will always care for you. God will cater for you. God will provide for you ahead of your needs at all times. That's my prayer for you. Thank you so much. She's doing an amazing job. Guys, follow her. Good evening, lover of good things. You're welcome, sir.
My question is to Mrs. Williams. I've been to your page several times and I requested to join. It took so many minutes I had to leave. I've done that like 2-3 times.
So sorry, sir. You know it's always busy there. But I'm so sorry. I apologize. I will come with my main account now. Then I will, so that for people that want to register, so that they can register. Then I will also give you a follow. Then I will, please, Sister Fumi, you know you are one of us, so that once you see him, because after the teaching and everything, we have our moderators that normally take over after teaching. They're the one bringing people up. I'm so sorry, and I do apologize.
We're sorry, sir.
We're so sorry.
No problem. No problem. I'm just letting you know in case other time I come in. Is it every Sunday or every day?
Every Sunday.
Oh, you see, every Sunday, but because of the program we are having, I have someone that normally go live during the day, just there to advertise, to be live, because I don't once I go to work in the morning like this, it's late at night. Okay. So I only have that 2.5 hours Sunday solo. I don't normally come live.
Only Sunday.
Yes.
6 p.m. UK time, yes.
UK time, okay. Yeah, I got you.
So I think this is my main account.
Yes, we're going to come to you. So thank you, Mrs. Williams. Thank you. Guys, before our lover of good things will come up, please, let's follow one another here. This is a safe space. We are people that, we're serious-minded. We're not here to waste anybody's time. We're here to help one another to live a better life, to be a blessing to one another. Who knows where you're going to be of help to me tomorrow? Who knows where I'm going to be of help to you tomorrow? So please, let's follow one another here. And thank you to those who are liking the live already, who have shared it. I really appreciate every single one. For the giftings as well, I say thank you. I've been posting the puzzle for today, but haven't seen any answer. So I'm just going to say it now, and I'll hand over to Love of Good Things. So my puzzle for today is, I have branches, but no fruit, no trunk or leaves. What am I? I've been posting it. I'll keep posting it. If you know the answer, send an invite, come up. And to the newbies today, thank you all so much for coming this way. I may have to bring 1 or 2 people down because I still have my other people trying to come up. And there's only one space I can see in the box now, so that we all can learn from one another. Everybody's, especially on this topic, goals. It affects us. So if you know how to come off the box, please feel free. If not, please, I need to use our boxes. I hate to bring people down, but you
No,
know.
let me go down, sis. Let me go. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mrs.
Thank
Williams.
you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your comment.
Yes.
So that we all can share, let's follow one another, please. Please feel free. Send your invites now. At least I have 2 boxes that can bring us in. Thank you so much. So, lover of good things, over to you. Can we have success without goals? That is a question after the talk, but I don't
That
know
is
what.
not possible. That is
Okay,
not possible.
I'll hand over to you, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you.
goal. We need to have goals. And we need to be forward looking, and we need to make some smart goals.
Yeah.
Smart, like specific, our goal should be specific, it should be measurable,
Yes.
and it should be
I shared
attainable,
that with them. I shared that with them in my talk as well.
relevant, and time bound.
Yeah.
And for like me now, 5 years ago, I told myself, what will I be doing in the next, after I retire from accounting? What will I be doing? I took that decision 5 years ago.
Wow.
And I decided to go into nursing.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, from management to science, it's not easy. I have to do like 22 prerequisites. 22
Wow. That's
before I could even start the nursing program. So by the grace of God, I'm finishing very soon, and that was my goal 5 years ago. So buying natural B or going out to drink Gouda with friends, that is not part of me. I've shed that rag many years ago. I stopped all that 1980. And by the grace of God, I thank God for saving my life. If not so, I don't know where I will be by now, because I was just too rascally when I was very young. I gave my mother too much problem. Too much problem.
Wow.
I'm telling you the truth. Until God opened my eyes and I discovered myself, what I'm doing is bad. One day, my mother want to take me to school so that they can beat me. And she did not know our school. You know what? When we were about to get to the school, I would take her to another way.
Wow.
When the student got tired, he called somebody and said, please, where is so school? So the person just took it upon himself and took her to the school. And he held my hand. When he got to the school, he told the headmaster, all I did. Oh, that day, they sent me to hell and come back.
Wow.
I was given the beating of my life that day. When I got home again, I was given another beating. Wow. You know what? I didn't know what I was doing then until my mother took me to church, and the church straightened me up, and God just opened my eyes and opened my senses. And I now realized what I was doing was bad. I was just too rascally. But I thank God my mother did not, tired of, even at night when I've gone play ball, play football, I was so tired. In the night, she would wake me up. If I don't want to wake up, he will start pinching me. Come on, wake up. He will give me water to wash my face and start telling me everything about life. So wherever she is today, I always pray for her. I thank her for doing that then. If not, I don't know where I would have been by now.
Wow.
So I took that decision 5 years ago that when I retire in another 5 years, what will I be doing? Then I did some research and I decided to go into nursing. And now everything is history. But it's not easy. but nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. You know, we Christians, a lot of us don't apply what we read in the Bible into our lives. Matthew 7:7 says, ask and ye shall be given. Seek and ye shall found. You know, knock and the door shall be opened unto you. So that's single word, ask, is a very powerful word. A stand for ask, S stand for seek, and K stand for knock.
Yay.
So we need to ask questions. We need to, tell people who have been there before us. Those who have been there, who have done that, have been there, done that. Those who are successful on the way we want to tread.
Yeah.
We should, we shouldn't be ashamed. We shouldn't be afraid to ask questions. We need to ask questions. Ask people questions. So this is my plan. How do I go about it? I know you've already done this. How do I go about it? And they will give you a very good advice. They will enlighten you.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and I thank God I took that decision. Some people will say, but I did it, and I thank God that I took that decision now, because everything, all those who failed to be forward looking, then they were regretting now.
Wow.
So let us, whoever what they told us in university, that I will never forget 2 things. They said, in any situation you find yourself, be able to adapt.
Yeah.
And 2, you should be able to start using critical thinking. How do I get out of this situation?
Yes.
You adapt first, then you start thinking how you get out of it.
Yeah.
So that's it for now. I will stop here, and I can still participate further when other people talk, so the thing can go around before you round up.
Okay, thanks. You can see it's never too late. Hey, age has nothing to do with your setting goals and achieving them. If I told you guys, I don't hide my age because people don't believe. In 2 years' time, I'll be 50. People don't believe. At 44, when I went back to uni. So it has nothing to do with age. You hear a lot of good things. His uncle is my uncle. So if you decide to do that, who are we? Teenagers, young people. Don't say, oh, I didn't even finish secondary school. Go back. Because you know what you're aiming at. You want to get that goal. You want to be successful at it. It's not going to come easy, or you can't achieve. Just know that. Thank you so much, Love of Good Things, for sharing. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
I'm going to Sandra and Faith in Action afterwards. So, Sandra, at least you've heard from Mrs. Williams, 1 or 2 other people. I hope you're good. Thanks for joining us today. So, I don't know what your take is about goals that we're talking about today. Snowflake said personal growth and embracing opportunities as they come. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for having me. I truly appreciate that. Thank you. You see, when we talk about goal setting, I always look into the Bible, because it says, write the vision down.
Yeah, make it
plain.
Yes.
That is having a vision. You need to set it. So if you don't set it, if you don't set your goals, then what will you have to work with?
I wonder.
That's the question I ask people. And I ask people, when you're going out, you have a destination, right?
Yes.
Sometimes where you are going is a new terrain, is a place you've not been before.
Yeah.
So if you have not been there before, you might need Google Maps or Apple Maps or SatNav for you to get to that place faster or quicker. So the same thing as goals. When you set your goals, that means you have guides. That's your guide to be able to, okay, this is 2024. Yeah. This is what I want to achieve. So the goals that you set will be able to, that's something you are focusing on.
Yes.
So you are not distracted, because there's so much distraction.
Yeah.
And that is, for me, I always believe that you need to set goals. Like a lover of God's good thing said, it has to be smart, very true. But this is one thing I do, because 1st of this of December, I do goals vision board workshop every year for the ladies in my community. So we do that. So 1st of December, that's what we'll be doing. So I don't believe in setting goals for the whole year. I do 12 weeks.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
I do 12 weeks because, thank you. Because I believe sometimes when you have the whole year, there is possibility of, if you are not determined, if you are not disciplined, you can easily, forget about the goals along the way. But when we set goals, like every 12 weeks, that means you have four times in a year to set the goals. You have the total overall goals, but every 12 weeks, maybe it's only one you want to achieve this 12 weeks. And that one might be, every other thing can fall into that one. So when you set it that way, it gives you something that you're really focusing on. Yeah. You are not distracted. You put all your attention to that one. Yep. In 12 weeks, you are able, because it's not, some people, somebody like me, I can easily, I'm not a, sitting down still person. I get, I love being out, out there doing things, making things happen. Yeah. So when you set that, it's, for me, I believe, and that's what, the ladies in the community, that's what we do. So, and your goals, this is the reason why people, number one, why people don't set goals. This is what I believe. Number one, some people don't even know the value of setting goals.
Yeah, that's true.
Secondly, some people don't know why. If you set goals without a why, it's a wish. That's it. There must be a why. And that why, there must be emotional connection to that goal. If you are not connected to your goal emotionally, I'm telling you, you will easily give it up.
Yeah.
But if there is a why, and behind that why, there is a consequence, if that goal is not achieved, if you can connect that consequence to something that, like, when people tell me, oh, this is what I want to achieve, I always ask them, why do you want to achieve that? Yep. You must give me a why you want to achieve that particular thing. And the why, don't give me why on the surface, because you need to deep down for you to know why you want to achieve it. And when you know the why you want to achieve it and the consequences of not achieving that goal, I'm telling you, even when you sleep, in your sleep, you want to wake up and say, no, I have to achieve this. Yeah. Yeah. So until we start teaching people about, the connection between goals and the reality that, okay, I want to become a business owner. Why do you want to become a business owner? You can as well be an employee. So there must be a reason. Oh, because everybody is a business owner. No, that's not a good why. Because if everybody is a business owner, there must be a deep down. There must be a digging deep. Yeah. So when we get to that level, then we start realizing that, wow, it's more than, putting the pictures together. No, goal setting is more than that. Mm-hmm. And for us to achieve whatever we want to achieve, like Lover of Good Things said, he said 5 years ago, he's looking, okay, if I retire, what do I do? If I don't have anything to do, how will my life look like? Yeah. Will my pension be able to give me the kind of life I want to live? You see the why now? It's like onions. When you start peeling it, you see, the more you keep peeling it. Exactly. Yeah. So that's when people get to that, then it's easy for us to achieve our goals. And the bottom part of everything is when you have what we call self-love. It starts with you. Yes. When you love yourself deeply, oh yes, you will see, like Lover of Good Things said, because he loved himself, he's looking like, whoa, this pension won't take me anywhere. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to rely on my children. I don't want to rely on the government. So I need to do something. So it's about loving yourself enough to do that promise that you promise yourself that you are going to do, which is your goals. Once you love yourself enough, then you'll be able to go out there with the why, with the consequences, all this, before you, then nobody or nothing can stop you if you have all this together. Yes, so that's what I'll say. Thank you so very much for having me. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
So much. I mean, it's like you're just reiterating what I said in my talk, because every week I always bring a topic and that is relevant to everybody, especially topics that people don't want to talk about and is affecting their lives. So we always come here. I always give a talk, so I put some sort of perspective to it. Because if not, I mean, I've been to so many lives, people just come and talk, 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 talk. No, these talks have to be relevant to our lives, has to help us think deep about what we're doing with our lives, because we're meant to live better lives, so that this world can be better for you and I. If you do your part, I do my part, I mean, we would also enjoy life altogether. Thank you for what you've said. The why, hey, the why are you doing this? In my talk, I said, don't just do it because everybody is doing it. And now it seems these people have set their own goals they're achieving. You are doing because your friend is doing, you're doing because this person is doing, and it seems you're not achieving. You need to ask yourself, why are you doing what you're doing? Is it relevant to your life? Are you passionate about it? Are you even gifted to doing this, instead of just creating frustration for yourself? Because even your twin sister, your twin brother can be doing something, does not mean you have to do the same thing to succeed. Find your own thing, find your own goals, set your own goals, try to achieve them. Along the line, yeah, you can support one another, encourage one another, but you have to set your goals and you have to achieve them by yourself, for yourself. Success doesn't come easy. It doesn't come easy, but it does come. You have to be committed. You have to be resilient. You have to shake the bad times off, the challenges. Sometimes you even be afraid. Sometimes you will fall. You will make mistakes. But you have to be focused. What is your goal? I was sharing earlier to the people who are just coming in. I said my goal was, I want to walk that aisle with my gown, graduation gown. They will call my name and I will take my certificate. That was my motivation. So when the time is coming to do assessment, to do some work and all of that, I get like, oh my God, do I really have to do this? But just remember, you want to walk that aisle, you want to wear your graduation gown. So that motivated me. So what is your motivation as well? Apart from knowing what your goals are, what is motivating you to carry on so that you can reach that successful land? Thank you so much, Vicky. So faith in action, I'm going to come to you. But my puzzle, nobody's attempting my puzzle for today. I'll bring it back next week. I have branches, but no fruit, no trunk or leaves. What am I? That is my puzzle for today. In fact, let me post
Yeah,
it.
I know it. Can I say?
No. I think I barred you. I barred you. No. You're not allowed. You are part of the team, so you're not allowed. Let's give opportunity to other people. I have branches, but no fruit, no trunk, no leaves. What am I? That is the puzzle. If you know the answer, you can
Can I say it then?
Sandra, is that you?
Yeah.
Okay.
A bank.
Oh, thank you. I knew it. So you get the gift for today, which is a donut and 2 ice cream just to relax for the evening. Thank you. Finally.
Thank you so
Lover
much.
of good things. Lover of good things. Was that what you were going to say? Oh, he's muted on me. Oh, my nose is blocked. God will help me. Okay, thank you so much, Sandra, for answering that, because last week nobody got it. I said I'll give you a week, go and do your research or whatever. So it's a bank. You have many branches of a bank. It doesn't have fruits or trunk or leaves. So it's a bank. Thank you so much. I'm going to bring another one next week. So I have faith in action. Let's come to you. I think I'll be rounding off with you today. And let's hear from you. What is your take about goals? Can we have success without goals? What do you say? And welcome.
Hi, for me. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Your patience.
Oh, it's all right. Sorry, I couldn't come on earlier. I was just a bit busy, trying to sort out the other things that I had to do. But it's an interesting topic that you've brought up tonight. Like everybody has said, it's really impossible to have success. I think it will be really difficult, probably not impossible, but it will be really difficult to have success without goals, because what will you be aiming at? I think there should be the goals. The goals have to be set up, and as we set up the goals, we have to still break them down to make sure that we're able to take step by step, because there's obviously so many things that have to take us to the ultimate goal. So the step by step is very, very, very important for us to make sure that we've outlined that and follow it through. I personally run a business or businesses. So what I try to do is have a list of things that I'm doing. What I found also helps from time to time is to have an accountability partner, somebody that I'll be accountable to. One of the ladies, I'm not sure who said it earlier, she did mention that be careful who you share your goals with.
Mrs. Williams, yeah.
Yes, I think it's very, very important that you have that spirit of discernment to know that as you're sharing your goals, as you're sharing your intentions, what you want to do, you know who you're sharing your goals with. And I have somebody that I have always trusted, and I still trust, and I believe that they have my back. So when I share with them that this is what I intend to do, they come back to me, and they also share. We do share each other's intentions and goals. So we always come back to each other and say, "Have you been able to do it?" So because I want to make sure, and we want to be accountable to each other, we always try, like, oh, she's going to ask me, like, have I accomplished it? And at least I should say something, even as I'm struggling to achieve the goals, probably the goals for the day, at least another thing that is important is to give yourself the grace, have grace for yourself, because as you set up the goals, you don't want to set your goals too low. You always want to set your goals high so that you try to achieve. It's okay if you don't achieve all the 10 goals in that day, whatever intentions that you have listed for the day. It's okay. But as you're going along, you're trying to find what's best for you to do in that moment or in that day. And then if you're not able to do it, see when you can then, where you're starting from the following day, and you're building on it. You keep on building on it. And that grace, it will help us not to have the stress, because I found that if I'm not careful, because I've got so much that I have to do, if I'm not careful, I don't like to be stressed. I don't like to be stressed. So I give myself that grace and make sure that what I'm doing, what I'm intending to do, if I don't achieve it, it's okay, because if I overthink it, then I end up being stressed. It just brings so much anxiety. And if I'm not careful, I'm just not going to be able to sleep. You're trying to sleep, but you're not really relaxed, because you're thinking about the things that you were meant to be doing, that you have listed. You're not able to accomplish them 2 days ago or last week. You're not able to accomplish them, and you just think, okay, I'll work on these things on such over the weekend. And the weekend comes and it just gets so busy, and it's Monday. Here I am. It's almost 11 o'clock. I still have got something that is due tomorrow. Am I going to sleep, have a good night, and wake up, work on it? It becomes difficult. Anyway, another thing that has helped me, that I find works for me, is I've tried to operate like everybody else operates. Most of the people say, wake up early, do your everything, everything early. I've tried that, but I'm not that kind of person.
It hasn't worked for you.
It doesn't work for me. It can work some days, but not all the time. I function better in the night when everyone is asleep, quiet in the house.
I'm not a morning person as well.
I'm not a morning person. It's taken a lot for me to accept it. It has taken a lot, because it's like, okay, you go there and people are saying that, oh, wake up in the morning, and it's like, okay, I'll try it this morning. I'll try, and okay, I'm able to do it this morning and the other morning. But no, sometimes I find that, okay, I've woken up and done it in the morning, but into the night, then I'm having so many hours. I'm awake for 20 hours because I've woken up so early. And then I'm in my night and I'm getting on and continue. It's like, no, I'm just trying to be somebody that I'm not. I can work better in the night. And so I should do what is good for me. So I just thought I would share that just knowing who you are is very important as we're setting up our goals. It's very important not to copy somebody else's grace. You know, sometimes I try to align my schedule with my husband, who works with a different schedule for his day, but it's not possible, even if the fact that we live in the same house. It's not the same. We can be doing the same work, working together, but it's not the same how I operate and how you operate. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for the topic and the opportunity.
Thank you. Love the fact that I said the grace. Give yourself grace. Please be gracious to yourself. You know, sometimes have you ever wondered this goes, yeah, I'm trying to speak with my nose blocked now, so it's getting difficult. I don't know, I thought I had my nasal spray, but it's all right. Sometimes think about it. This goes first year you didn't achieve, second year you didn't achieve, third year you didn't achieve. You review that, deeply review it. Is this something you're even meant to be doing or even thinking about? And sometimes some goals, because the way God has created us, there's certain times, you know, he said in his time he makes all things beautiful. So don't give up. Maybe it's not yet the time for that thing. I was sharing with us earlier that years back, I'd written that company name I never knew. I never even thought of uni the time I was writing that thing. And then when it was time, I just found a book amongst the pile of other books. Take a break now. I'm rounding up soon so I can actually take a break. You can hear me now. So I found the book in the midst of the pile of journals that I kept, you know, because I wanted to dispose them. There were so many of them here and there. And I opened, I was just reading, I'm like, hey, Insight is here. Insight, years ago. And then I saw Lighthouse Counseling here, years ago. So that was years ago. Imagine I was like, I must do this Lighthouse Counseling. I must do it without thinking of uni. God has specific time for certain goals to be accomplished in your life. So that's why you have to be intentional about certain things. You don't just set goals. Ask God. This year, and I was sharing on Mrs. Williams' live yesterday. I said, for me, this year is the first year I can boldly say there were goals set and I accomplished everything, even plus extra. How? Because before, you just say goals, I must do this, I must do that. But this time around, I was intentional. I'm like, God, you have created 2024 and I'm here. What would you have me do? I needed to hear that. I don't want to be pursuing what's going to from pillar to post and chasing nothing. And then God specifically told me, say, all of your gifts I'm going to use this year. I'm like, okay. That wasn't what I was expecting. I don't think I would have sat down to say, okay, all my gifts so this year I was using. I wasn't thinking that. In fact, to the point that the words I wasn't thinking of, God even brought it my way. Guys, the last one I launched my book. If you were here and you've been hearing Understanding Your Destiny, I thought that would have been March. But a lot of stumbling blocks here and there. But I said, God, you told me this year is one of the gifts you've given me. And the way he nudged me, oh yeah, get up, go and write that book now. I started, but I couldn't sleep. Sometimes 4 in the morning, I'm still writing people because it was time and it was aligned with what God has for me. So don't just be intentional about what you have to do so you don't waste your time, energy, and all of that. I thought I would have launched the book in March. All obstacles that could come my way came. And I'm like, God, I know I still trust you this year. And October ended, I did the book launch. And I'm like, God, this is done. What other gifts has he given me? I'm here on Insight Speaking. This year, April, I started Insight, which I thought was going to be a podcast for a TV show. God just said, no, this is where you're going. I'm like, wow, I'm here and we're still going strong. So thank you for all those who always come to support and share their life experiences. I really do not take that for granted because you're fulfilling something you probably don't know now. I'm telling you, but maybe I'll shed more light later. I've started doing that. It's something I'm passionate about. I talk about, and all of that. That's out of the way. What other thing? Eventually, they've delayed my graduation and all of. They didn't have a choice because I worked hard for it. This year, they managed to give me spot. I did my graduation. That is it. What does it have to do with counseling? My passion that I'm passionate about is one of the gifts God has given me. I take that off as well. And guess what? I used to write drama years ago. I came across some set of people. They're like, okay, you used to write. We can ask you. They asked me to come and feature in a film. I'm like, me? It's been ages. I said, okay, I'll just come and see. I went to the location before, shoot, take one, take two, whatever. Before, the film came out. I'm like, me in a film? That would not have been my goal for this year, guys. Just to let you know that this is the first year I say, God, please, in 2024, what would you have me do? What would you have me do? And he said, and I wrote them down. So everything, I feel so fulfilled already. Guys, is motivate. I can't wait for next year to say, Lord, oh, I have learned my destiny not to just be setting goals anyhow. Father, Lord, in 2025, what have you set for me to achieve? That is what I will pursue because I know I will achieve. I'm just putting that out there, guys. We'll rub off on each other. If you're on the time you don't hear God, please start hearing him today because it will make life easy. And to be honest with you, for the first 3 months, it was a standstill. Nothing was happening. I'm like, God, why? But you said, I was able to go back to his word. I didn't know he was saying, calm down for me. Last month, or was it so? I just had to thank God. I had to book a Thanksgiving service. God, I thank you. It felt good achieving all of those plus extra, guys. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. And this can happen for you as well because you're God's own. Whether you believe God or you don't believe Him, He created you for a purpose. Ask Him in 2025, what would you have me be doing? And then you will see how far you will go. So I'm going to close with that today and thanking everyone. Thank you. Thank you guys all. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the giftings. Thank you for all of the things you do. I really appreciate everyone. Plus those who stop by, who can't even come to say one or two things. Maybe they're at work. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for making Insight what it's meant to be. I say created on purpose for purpose. Exactly. We are all created on purpose for a purpose. You are not just a mistake that dropped. Even if you feel your conception was by mistake, God still allowed you to come to earth and it has a purpose for you. Please never look down on yourself. Connect with Him, hear from Him, let Him guide you, let Him direct you. You will always succeed. Guys, on this note, I'm going to say I love you so much, but I will leave you here till I come your way on Thursday, where we'll be talking about marriage, relationship, another in fact, this one people don't want to talk about. I always say I dare us to talk about it on Insight. I'm not going to tell you the title, but come on Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time. We will talk about it. If you're aspiring to get married, you like marriage, you're engaged, you're in that courtship, come, let us talk. If you're in that marriage even, come, let us talk about it. It's very hard talk, but we need to talk about these things so that we can enjoy our marriages. Guys, thank you all so much. Do have an amazing night rest and take care of yourself. Celebrate those small wins. Take yourself out. Buy yourself a cup of coffee. Sit down, enjoy it. Just do something for you before I come your way on Thursday. Thank you so much. Have an amazing night. God bless you. Thank you. Delight, thank you. Vicky, thank you. Love of good things, thank you. Oluwiwa, thank you. Malike, thank you so much. Faith in Action, God bless you. Sandra, God bless you. Thank you so much. I will see you on Thursday by the grace of God. Thank you. It's all around the air. Inside. Good night, everyone.